hottest of mics?
Oh, I mean, if your guys' mics on, they're always hot mics.
Ooh.
Cackling.
Sorry, one second. I just gotta pat myself on the
Yeah,
back for that one.
Josh is just telling you how hot your mic is. All right, here we go. In the heart of the Feywild, where the forest is dense and wild, lives a gang of friends whose fun and games never ends. Led by Will, sprite of the woods, they roam the glades like mischievous broods. Their home, little oak up high, a treehouse in the sky. The Getaway Gang they call themselves, and they know every secret path and elves. Through the woods they dance and play, their laughter echoing all day. But lurking in the shadows near is their nemesis, Granny Nightshade with a sneer. Her vines and thorns creep and crawl, and her shadowy presence can appall. Yet the Getaway Gang is never afraid, their hearts and spirits cannot be swayed. With Will leading they stand tall, their little oak treehouse never to fall. Like Peter Pan and the lost boys of yore, their adventures will never bore. For the Getaway Gang their spirits free, life is an endless jubilee. Ahoy Pirate Council, may our tall tales please you. When we last left our heroes, they had found themselves in Thither, one of the 3 realms of Prismere, the fractured realm in the Feywild of the being known as Desire. But calamity has come, and it has been split by these 3 sisters, which our intrepid crew has had to deal with somewhat over the last couple of sessions, and even so much as making promises, making deals, perhaps even breaking deals, as they found themselves stuck outside the Feywild last session, having accidentally travelled through a fairy ring back into the material plane. With the aid of an angry dryad, they made their way back. They made some pixie friends and attended a tea party before continuing on through the woods. Sorry, hold on.
Speaking of.
Being loud.
There's a new enemy. Get him.
That's right. Chomsky's getting in it as well. He's got a hot mic as well. So the party had made their way, when we saw them, they had made their way to a treehouse fort. A tree ant come alive with a treehouse built up in its boughs. But our attention casts back to Nib's cave, glowing, glittering with gold. Karu, you are there having resting after your sort of travel to Thither, and the party kind of struck off without you, as per usual, to find their next target. You are awakened in the sort of glade around Nib's cave, sort of drifting off to the sounds of the loom click-clacketing away at a steady pace. There's sort of a crunch through the brush as Lot and Cloppington emerge back and pull up, sort of shake you awake, and say, Diana kind of, once you come awake, Diana says, Mr. Karu, we lost the captain.
How do you lose a captain that colorful?
Well, we met, he made friends with a mushroom that was having a butter bath, and then they threatened a guy, and we had to fight some sort of dragon, and then they decided to dance with these other mushrooms we met, and then they all disappeared.
Oh yeah, that absolutely checks out.
So we thought we'd come find you, and I guess you're in charge now.
No. We gotta find the captain. We can't have that. Where are these mushrooms?
We'll take you through there. We'll go this way. and they lead you through the brush, through the forest. Lot sort of telling you, yeah, it's crazy. They Paulie picked up that magic wand that he got from that guy that they rescued, and he's like held it above his head and was like dancing. He had a couple of mushrooms on his shoulders, and then like Yama joined. Oh, and then he disappeared, and then like Yama joined in with his sword, and then he disappeared, and then Sorn pulled out his scythe, and then he went in and he disappeared. I think he was grumbling a lot about how bad of an idea this probably was, but he did it anyway.
So if we hold if each of us hold a long object above our heads and dance in that spot, and he points to where the mushrooms are, then by all accounts we should end up where everyone else ended up, right?
Theoretically, yes.
Quiet you.
as you're having this conversation, like as you're trekking over the next hour or so through the woods, through the path that they've made twice now. I heard them say 3 turns Widdershins and off we go, and then they disappeared. There was sort of a crack of magic, and all the mushrooms were like, yay, woo,
cool. I mean, we might as well just do that, because that seems like you don't want me in charge. I'm just saying that now. So we should just do that.
I mean, you're the most senior officer on the ship that we have.
Oh dear. Well then, as the most senior officer amongst us, I say when we get to the mushrooms, you guys find yourselves a stick, unless you have weapons. I can't remember, and hold them above your heads, and we'll do what we'll say what they said, and it'll work out.
All right, excellent. So they, marching through the woods, crashing through trees. Are you being particularly stealthy, or are you just sort of as fast as possible?
Yeah, no, I don't think Kaoru has quite yet assessed anything around him just yet. So he's just not even considering being stealthy.
Very good. All right, give me roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy. Oh no, it worked. 15.
15. Okay. So yeah, you start. The 3 of you are heading off in that direction. They're telling you about the other guy that there was sort of a goblin that was going to eat these mushrooms, and Paulie and Sorn kind of threatened them a lot. Ooh. And he came with us, but he kind of abandoned us pretty quickly once the scary guy disappeared.
So wait, the goblin wasn't the scary guy?
No. Once Sorn, I think Sorn kind of held a knife to his throat a lot, and sort of brought him in line that way.
Okay. Yeah.
So he nicked off though. Once, it was kind of, we were a little bit in shock, and weren't really keeping an eye on him. We were like, oh, they've disappeared. They're gonna come back, right? Then they didn't. After a few hours, you get to a clearing, and you can see that. No. There's a new scene loaded up.
Yes,
I can see it.
Yep,
I can see it.
Excellent. For some reason, there we go. So they lead you back into this clearing, and as they sort of enter in, Lot and Diana kind of slow down a bit and go, oh, this was not like this when we left.
And Kaoru is just like, what did it look like? What's different?
All these mushrooms were alive and singing. And the place looked a lot nicer than this.
So, like, if I go up to the mushrooms, are they dead? Like, if I do like a little gentle poke with a tentacle, just
Sure. You get a little bit closer, and you give it a gentle prod with the tentacle, and they move a little bit, and instead of sort of the friend, actually, I don't think you saw the friendly mushroom at all that Paulie had recovered from Bavalorna's house. One of the mushrooms like turns to you and goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Ah, you're not dead. That's good.
Oh, what? Just because I'm all purple and ugly, you think I'm dead? Nah, this is what mushrooms look like.
Did I say? I didn't say you were purple and ugly. I just said, hey, you're not dead.
Yeah, but if I poked you when you were sitting here just trying to enjoy yourself, and I was like, oh, you're not dead. Like, you still smell like you're dead. Fuck you. What do you want?
Are you?
Him too?
Are you? I was expecting a slightly different reception, so I'm a little thrown by your attitude, dude.
Yeah, well, if you're, coming in here in our ring, up in my business, poking people while they're just trying to get the job done, what kind of reception did you expect?
What's your job then? Oh well, okay. Well then, hey, let me rewind it back. And he like puts out his hand, not the tentacle. He's like, "My name's Kaoru. What's your name?"
He kind of moves. He doesn't have any arms. He's just like a toadstool with a hat. He kind of puts his head in your thing.
I really love it.
He says, "My name's Cliff, and this is my ring. We're on the. I'm a bit on the clock here, so it's not smoko yet. So, I mean, who am I kidding? I got a bit of time. So what are you doing? What are you doing here?"
Well, Cliff, nice to meet you. Look, I'll try and be as quick as possible. Basically, there were a couple of other people that came through here recently. There would have been an Aarakocran, slightly surly drow, really nice hobgoblin dude, probably offering tea. Apparently they came through here. They're my mates. I'm trying to kind of like reunite with them, essentially.
Oh, you just want to use my ring? You want to get all up in our ring right now?
Well, I really don't understand what's happened. If that's where they went, then yes. But like, I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to use you or anything. But I'm just like, I just woke up, okay? And I got told a very interesting story about my friends putting their swords over their heads, saying some words, and stepping into a ring of mushrooms. And here I am. So
right, yeah. Well, look, we've all got, we all got shit going on. I get it. But none of those beings you've described sound like the boss. And it's only the boss that's allowed to go through the rings. So I don't know what to tell you. Can't help you.
What does your boss look like? Is your boss around?
He kind of looks around. No.
Kind of thought you'd be the boss, Cliff. You seem like you'd be pretty good as a boss.
Oh, nah. The boss, you could tell she's the boss, because she made all of us here. She brought us into being. It's a whole thing. There's not a lot of free will going around. And all I know is being given an instruction. You and the boys, make this ring. Make it ready for me to come through. Don't let anyone else through. You got one job. That's your, what is my purpose? Don't let anyone through.
How's your job satisfaction, Cliff? How are you feeling about your lot in life? You liking it?
Well, it's pretty good. 99% of the time, all I got to do is chill here, and I'm accomplishing my goal of not letting anyone else through.
But, like, that's a goal that was given to you by someone else. Like, do you have any, like, dreams yourself? Like, what if you could do anything, Cliff, other than manage this ring, which you're doing a fantastic job of from what I can tell. If you could do anything else, what would you want to do?
I mean, have a lot less conversations would probably be top of my list of things to do or to not do.
Yeah, all right. Shit. Okay, Cliff. Well,
look, I feel for you. I got all my friends here. If I didn't have my friends here, I'd be upset too. I'd want to go find them. Luckily, they are all here, so I feel like this is not really my problem.
All right, last question, then I'll leave you alone forever.
Sure thing.
If I can't use this ring to get to where my friends are, what would be my next best option?
Well, are you any good at tracking? Are you good at, I don't know, asking someone else who's not stuck in the ground?
Cliff, buddy,
Have you got any other friends they might have seen? Was there a buddy system?
I mean, I think at that point, Karu kind of looks to Cloppington and Lot, and it's just like...
Look, I'll tell you what. If you go, speak to the boss, and she can tell you... If she lets you pass through here, I'll let you get through. But I can't, without permission, like, it's, yeah, not gonna happen.
Alright, where's your boss then?
She's got a place, can't miss it. I don't know why I'm motioning with my hand, because he has no hands. He kind of gives a, like, one of these. She's got a big house made out of a fallen tree. All of the forest around it corrupted like this. It's great. And she's got a big, like, key in her back, like a wind-up thing. Can't miss her.
Right, cool. And did he nudge with his head the direction?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Alright, Kara's like, alright, well, I might be back. I don't know, I might find a more friendlier way to get where I'm going. But thanks for that, Cliff. And, like, maybe think about your own life goals. You know, you don't have to serve other people forever. And he kind of, like taps him on the head with the tentacle and, like, walks back to Cloppington.
And as you do, like, it kind of, like, moves the mushroom cap. And he's like, oh, what you doing? Come on.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Karu walks back to Cloppington a lot. And he's like, okay, so... I don't... You said this looks different from before. I feel like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This was a lot more, like, vibrant and green and lush. I don't understand, because we weren't away that long. I mean, it was just, like, a couple of hours.
Well, apparently, the boss lady of these mushrooms is in that direction, and Karu, like, points to whichever direction he was told. Apparently, we won't be able to miss it. House made out of a fallen tree, corrupted area. She's got a wind-up key in her back. Guess we can go to her.
Yeah. I think, and Locke goes, I think the goblin mentioned something about that. I think maybe, as you're, like, walking away from this kind of area. I think, the goblin described Granny Nightshade in that way.
Who's Granny? Do I know who Granny Nightshade is?
I don't know if Karu's been around whenever these conversations have been.
I don't think I have. No, I was too busy being the bullywog's pet.
I think at this point Diana says, I think that's Bavlorna's sister. Like, that's one of the three hags.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, great. Let's go meet a potential hag. I'm sure this will go perfect.
Excellent. So you clomp off through the woods a bit more. We'll cut across to our other friends, who are at the base of a tree. Where are we here? Little Oak. Here we go. So up ahead, you see a small group of children frolicking around a leafy oak tree. Their gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. Oh, that's the wrong map. What are we doing? The yelps carrying through the forest. Painted swings dangle from the tree branches, and nestled in its crown is sort of a ramshackle treehouse. And one of the as you sort of come closer, you can see that the treehouse is currently stationary, or the tree itself is stationary. But you can see on the front of the tree is sort of a big face, looking quite sort of peaceful and calm.
Ooh, cool. I feel like Paulie's, gonna just be like, "Hello, anybody home?"
A couple of you see a couple of figures who are sort of playing in the swings and stuff quickly kind of rush up into the branches of the tree, and then a couple of little children's heads stick out from the walkways up above, and one of them in particular is a boy with sort of kind of wild curly brown hair. And a mischievous kind of grin about him. And he says... he yells out down to you. State thy business, curs, or face the wrath of the Getaway Gang.
He looks cool. No, we just met up with some pixie mates, and they said that you were probably the coolest crew around, and we want to cause some mischief for Granny Nightshade.
He grabs onto like one of the ropes and kind of swings down. Walks up to you confidently, puts his hands on his hips, and kind of looks up at you, Paulie. And he's like,
I mean, how tall is he?
He's probably about half your height. Like, he is a child.
So he'd probably be still like 3 foot. So like he wouldn't be that much taller than me.
Sure, yeah, you're like a head and a little bit taller than him, right?
Yeah.
But Yama is like looming way above him.
Absolutely.
Sorn, I think, is quite tall as well.
I think Sorn is the tallest.
Something like that.
I'm 5'2".
He has sort of like a small like dagger on his belt, and he has like sort of fashioned out of spider webs. He has sort of these little, almost like butterfly wings or fairy wings that don't seem to be flapping or anything. It's almost like he's wearing them like a cape. And he looks up at you and says, "Making mischief, are you? How do I know you're not sent by the witch yourself? You look a bit old to be making mischief."
Yeah, but look, age is just a concept. Let's be really honest here, mate. Causing mischief is the most fun thing you can bloody do. And witches and hags deserve everybody mischief they can get.
Right. Well, what were the name of these pixies or these fairies that sent you my way?
Fucking, just out of character, I fucking thought I wrote their names down. I fucking didn't. I didn't write their fucking names down.
And Yama just goes, there was Spider Lily, Cowslip, and Maypole, and they've sent us to you, Will.
He says, "Oh, okay. And you're looking to cause a bit of mischief to old Granny, are you?"
Well, that's the plan.
Well, can you fly? Can you fight? Can you...
Paulie does all of those things. He's like, "Oh, really? You want to see if I can fly, fight, and then boom, he just like jets off. Does some cool acrobatics while having like a sword fight in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And then makes the noise again.
Excellent. He says, "All right, well, I'm convinced. Welcome to the crew. How about you, big man?" And he kind of looks up at Yama.
Well, yes, boy, I can fight indeed. And he pulls out his sword and lets it just glint in the light.
That's
but
cool.
Then puts it back. Well, yes, thank you. It was a gift from my father.
And this guy, he looks scary as hell. Is he more like mischief scary, or is he like, don't sleep with both eyes closed scary?
Probably the latter.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage here, Paulie, as you've ingratiated yourself in a little bit here.
22.
22. Excellent. He says, "All right, well, come on in. Keep your hands to yourselves, though." And he says, "Bobby, Sloan, we're letting some old fellas up. And they kind of let down some ropes for you, for Yama and Sorn to climb. I assume Paulie can make his own way there.
Up. Yeah, I'll fly up.
As you climb up and you get to the top, you see sort of a young male dwarf that seems to be like just getting his first little tufts of beard. You see a ginger-haired wood elf, but she's got like almost like that emo haircut, but it's like bright. It's sort of that bright orange hair. And then you've got sort of this young orc woman who's kind of eyeing you untrustingly. I haven't even got art for her. Oh, it's a bit pixelated.
Cute though.
Very cute though. Just looking at you warily, and as you come into the treehouse itself, you see a small little creature just hanging out on one of the cushions, and it kind of turns its head to you. Its eyes, like its green eyes, look wide, and its ears perk
Oh my
up.
god!
Oh, so cute.
Oh, God.
Is it tiny displacer beast?
It's a Displacer Beast kitten, yes.
Well,
I can see
glad
Katie
Displacer
upset
Beast-
that they didn't get to come to this place.
I'm like, you guys are gonna get that thing. You guys are gotta bring him back. Bring him
Son
back to the
doesn't
ship.
like Displacer Beasts. He kills them.
But it's a
What?
baby.
Can I pat it? Would it let me
Yeah,
pat it?
is it friendly?
Can I touch it?
Give me an animal handling check.
I'm not going to touch it.
Oh, 19.
Yeah. So you, what do you do to like? What do you?
I think he does the kind of like head tilt and slow hand out for like the sniff.
Mm-hmm. And its little like tentacle arms kind of turn sideways as well, and it starts blurring for a minute, so you can't really see exactly where it is. And then before you know it, it's kind of like it's rubbing up against your greaves, and it's sort of left behind that sort of like mirror image kind of thing. So it's sort of
Okay,
moved
so
and-
very disorienting.
Yeah, it's unclear where it is until it rubs up against you, and it starts climbing, and you can hear this like nails on a chalkboard of it digging into your steel
Into
armor
Yeah.
as it kind of climbs up your leg and then up onto your shoulder. And with a 19, I think you see it's got a little collar that says star on it.
Oh, Star. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. And maybe he like helps it up the armor so that it's not making a horrible scraping sound.
Yeah. Excellent. So, yeah, it's like hanging out on your arm, and it, kind of batting at the your helmet bits with its little tentacles.
Did the display? I know I'm not here, but did the Displacer Beast at the carnival ever say what the name of their lost child was?
Yes.
Good catch.
Oh,
It was Star, wasn't it?
I feel like it was, yeah.
Yep.
But I'm not here.
Fades.
And I mean, that was like many sessions ago. That was almost probably
Yeah.
a long time ago, because we kind of halted that and then came back to it. Did any of you pick up, or were any of you given? I think it would have been Kara or Yama who interacted with the Displacer Beast.
Yeah. No,
at the Lost and Found. Did you ever get the ball?
I did get a ball.
Ball.
I remember getting a ball.
Maybe
Hmm.
Karu has it.
Yeah, I don't remember getting a ball.
I remember a ball. What? Oh no! Did I write it down? No.
I wasn't writing very good notes back then either.
I have an orb
That might be
that
it.
that allows an elf who holds it to sleep.
Oh no, I think that might have been
Oh,
something
no.
else.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't write it down. If I did,
That's right.
'cause
We'll have to go
don't
check the
take
text.
notes.
Yeah. That's fine. I have in my notes, if one of them has the ball, Star notices that, but, guess not. Cool. So yeah, Yama, you turn to the rest of the team here, and you've got this thing just on your shoulder. The rest of the group, it is definitely sort of a children's hideout here. It's mostly just sort of cushions, broken crockery, not a lot of great amounts of hygiene, just toys littered everywhere, and and Will, sort of sizing you up, Paul, or striding up to you, Paulie, is says, "So what kind of no goody you been up to?"
I mean, you know, I did blow up the hag's house up in Hither. That was a bit of fun, and stole a heap of stuff.
Oh, yeah, we heard about that. That was you?
Yeah.
Right, so you're just going around blowing up hag houses?
If it's possible, yeah, we give it a red hot go.
Well, I mean, I'd be keen to do that, but we'd have to get everyone out first.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
She's got a bunch of children held captive in there.
We had heard that she was forcing them to make toys from some
affordable shoes.
Yeah, she's been sort of chopping down trees, getting them to build toys that are usually cursed in some way that I don't know how she's getting them back to the material plane. But sort of, you know, handing them out to children. I think she said something about a carnival.
Oh.
Like she had some sort of setup with a carnival to get access to, you know, handing out crappy toys, stealing children, and then they, from the children's misery, she can create boggles.
Boggles? What are boggles?
They're kind of like an oily manifestation of being upset.
Right.
I'm not sure how long you all been here in the Realm of Desire?
Not long. Not long, really, no. We kind of went straight to explosions.
Okay, right. Well, emotions have a lot of power here.
Okay.
So, I mean, in the old days, it was all kind of checked in balance and so on, but this new management, they're causing all kinds of trouble. So we need to create even more trouble to kind of counteract their trouble, just make their lives hard.
Sounds good to me.
I was gonna, I mean, it's great to get more help. I went out and asked Lamorna if they'd help, but they're all like, "Oh, but I'm too scared to challenge Granny." So,
Yeah, who's Lamorna?
You haven't met Lamorna? Oh,
No.
I guess you guys just got here. Have you been to the Wayward Pool yet?
No.
I guess that makes sense. Do you have a unicorn with you? Because only unicorns can get to the Wayward Pool.
No.
We were told about a unicorn though, and we were going to go visit her. But apparently she was very sad.
Ooh. Yeah, I haven't spoken to her in a while.
Oh, that is Lamorna? Is the unicorn?
Oh yeah, she's a unicorn.
Oh. Do you know what would cheer her up?
I mean, it's hard. I don't know. I know. He kind of goes, "I think we have something," and he kind of rustles around for a bit, and starts pulling things out of chests of drawers and like boxes and chests and stuff, and pulls out a super crude-looking unicorn costume.
Yes.
And he's like, "Well, to reach the lake, you have to like look like a unicorn to like fool the magic around there, or else you just get turned around. So, I mean, if you want to go say hi, like you'd have to put this on. It's only going to fit 2 of you though."
I'm up for it. I'm happy to wear that.
Whatever it takes, I guess. We really need Lamorna's help.
I mean, could we just put it on my steed and then ride the steed in as it's dressed as a unicorn?
Oh yeah, I suppose so. That could probably work.
But in saying that, I do want to see the bird dressed as a unicorn. So
Would you be the butt or the head?
I'd be the butt. I'm okay with being the butt.
I was just about to say, I think Yama's a butt guy.
Alright, I'll be the head.
All right. Well, cool. Yeah. There's a small island in the middle of this lake, and there's an iron bowl filled with fresh coals, and if you can light that bowl, that'll like let her know that you're there and you're coming to say hi.
How wide is this lake in feet?
It's not massive, but the only problem is the like there's kind of like a pathway to get to that island, like sort of a shallower kind of area you can walk along. You just get your feet wet. It's not huge. It's the getting to the lake is the problem. If you don't look like a unicorn, the magic of the area just kind of slowly turns you away, without you really noticing.
Okay, well, guys, put on this unicorn outfit. Let's go.
So you're gonna go visit the unicorn, then how are we gonna blow up Granny's cottage then?
Oh, I have my
We
ways.
have many ways to do that. Don't worry. We'll go say hi, and then we'll come back, and then we will go blow up Granny's cottage and
Alright.
save all the kids.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, good luck to you all, I suppose. Don't get caught by any red caps.
Huh?
Oh, any of Granny's minions. I mean, you're probably a bit too old to be working in the toy shop, but I know she's got a squad of tin soldiers that defend her house, but they're pretty easily lured away by distractions and pranks and things like that. They're not super smart. I actually thought you were one for a minute, but obviously you're made of gold. That's a little bit different. I don't think she's up to that yet.
Well, and I'm quite smart.
Yes. Well, I guess that's to be seen. But Star likes you.
I like Star too. I do think that we know her parent, though.
Oh.
How did you find her?
Well, I mean, all kinds of lost kids show up here.
Oh. I guess there's some kind of magic to that, then?
Yeah, I mean, most of the guys here, and he kind of turns to, he's like, hey, Bobby, wait, how'd you get here? And Bobby's sort of sidles up, sort of scratches at his, incoming beard tuft, and says, well, I was at a carnival before coming here. My parents brought me up from the mines. We went on a roller coaster that was very scary. And I ran off to get some.
roller coaster too.
I ran off to get on the bubble tea ride, and there was this little girl with a pig mask. And she said, "Hey, come into the mirror house." So I went in there, and a little bit after, I was out here in the woods where I met Will.
And I assume you've all
They all
been
kind of
to
look
the
around and like,
carnival?
yeah, I remember, a carnival. But I don't remember seeing anyone else, any of these guys there. So yeah. So Will kind of looks at them all, kind of conferring, and they're like, yeah, we all remember the carnival. Yeah. They all have kind of a different story of getting lost at the carnival.
Yes, I also encountered this girl in the pig girl mask. She did not seem very kind. Maybe we can find a way to get you all back to your parents. Would you want that?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, they haven't come looking for us yet, so maybe they don't want us back.
But maybe that is also part of the magic.
I'll be back. I just have to run downstairs and grab something from the car.
Yes, I guess so. And Will is like, nah, come on, guys, we have fun. Like, you don't have to go back there. Like, we're having great fun out here. We we get to stay kids all the time and just party on. Look at all this place. And he kind of gestures around. You can see all the blankets, cushions, rope basket that holds apples and berries and things like that. Yeah, it looks like, oh, this would be fun for children, you know.
Yeah.
But you probably look at it and go, I would not want to raise my child here.
Yeah. Nobody brushes their teeth.
Nobody. Oh, right. We don't. No. We. No one tells you to brush your teeth. In fact, you have to have a bite of sugarcane before going to bed every night. That's the only rule.
But isn't it like so much fun to visit carnivals with your parents, with your family, with your siblings?
I guess so. Yeah. It was fun, but we make our own fun. We've kind of got our own carnival here, right? Like if we don't like the glade we're in, we just go we go chat to Little Oak, and he takes us somewhere else.
Well, I guess that is very true. Well, anyway. Yama's not good with kids.
Alright, so what do you do?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to go back to that wandering pool, and I'm happy we met Will. This is good. I'm happy we have a good relationship with Will.
Yeah, Will takes like a bit of parchment that is, you know, on one of the floors. Gets like a little what are they? A stylus, a pen, I guess, you know, fantasy pen. A quill, that's the one. And and he turns it over, and you can see there's a picture of him on it, and he signs it for you and like hands it to you, Paulie, and gives you a wink. And you can see on it, it says, it's like a picture of him, wanted. Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin.
That's a cool reward.
Oh yeah, she puts up these. She's been putting up these things for ages.
Maybe that's how we get you in, Will. Maybe we do like that little play, so we can get closer in. We bring you in.
Oh yeah, like a fake capture kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do I know that this isn't a ruse to actually get the reward?
We're in the Fey realm, right?
Yeah.
Then let's make a deal.
Okay.
I will not turn you in, and if I do, you get my hat.
Oh. All right. It's a nice hat.
Yes, so how we will do, we will fake, like we will make a deal, and then we'll fake this. So like, we will turn you in, and then, haha, come out.
Sounds good, mister. Alright, we'll go speak with Lamorna, see if you can convince her to stop, you know, having a whinge and actually get some mischief done, get some mischief managed. And you come see me and Little Oak, and we'll work out our plan from there. I'll chat with the gang here, and we'll get our game faces on, and get ready to crack some nuts, bust some heads.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Hell yeah, Will. I'm gonna give him a high five.
Yeah, he gives you a high five. How hard do you high five?
Not too hard, like, you know, like a
What's your strength score?
bugger all.
Okay.
-1.
-1, yeah, okay. This is like a Yama level high five. Like, this kid seems to have an incredible amount of strength for his
Right.
size.
That's awesome.
Yeah, okay, that's amazing.
Like, you think there's like, it's how, right? Is it half your, almost half your size? Or a little bit over half your size. He's definitely half Yama's size. But that you just feel for a moment there this kind of strength in his arm that shouldn't be there for what he looks like.
And I'm sure you've arm wrestled Yama before.
Well, absolutely.
Tried to, yeah.
Tried to being the bigger thing, yep.
Cool.
I think you were just trying to talk your way out of the arm wrestle the whole time we were arm wrestling.
Just continually failed persuasion checks.
Yeah. While Yama's just like...
Well, Yama's got a book in one hand.
he's pouring the tea in one hand.
Yeah, good. Alright, well, yeah, you guys get ready to go. Before you do, though, Will does stop you, Yama, and, like, gets Star back off your shoulder.
Oh, no, yeah, he would not leave with Star, and he gently gives the kitten back to Will.
Yeah. He holds her and gives her like a little bit of a scritch and a kind of like, playing above the belly kind of thing. You can tell he definitely has affection for this kitten.
Let's go.
All right. Let's cut back to Karu, Diana, and Lot traipsing their way through the brush. This time, you are making your way through Karu. What are you and Lot and Diana chatting about, if anything in particular?
Too sure. Maybe Kara's talking to them about like how they've been feeling about these last couple of days. It's like, I haven't really been around. I feel like I haven't been around. How are you guys feeling? You guys good, Cloppington? Do you feel better now?
Diana and Lot kind of share a look that I think you notice, that no insight necessary. And Lot kind of gives her like a and Diana goes, I've been feeling good. The curse removal, I think, has gone well. There are some side effects, though, it seems.
Like what?
The reason we were able to get back to you so fast is I seem to still have some of that shape-changing ability.
Kind of cool there, right? Like, that's cool. I think that's cool.
It is cool. It's a lot to take in though, because now I can do it when I want. So maybe I just won't like. It just means I'm gonna have to get a whole stretchy wardrobe, and it's still kind of a reminder of the horse that I lost, which is kind of sad. But I guess, you seem really happy about it. I think, with your transformation, I've seen you, extend your tentacles out and become more tentacly and stuff like that. I'm not really sure if I've got a handle on it yet, though. So how do you figure that out?
Well, remind me, GM, Karu hasn't fully transformed in front of Cloppington before, correct? Just the tentacle with the rings?
Yes,
the ring thing?
You've had the extended glowy tentacles, essentially, yeah. But as far as, I don't think Cloppington knows the difference between that and...
No.
Yeah.
No. I think Karu kind of goes, you just kind of learn to adapt to your new life. It's I don't know if you can tell, and he, wiggles the tentacles on that come from his shoulders. I wasn't born with these. But hey, look. And he, moves them, and he's like, they can look like a scarf. And I can get by, and no one knows that I've got tentacles coming out of my back. It's you just get a new wardrobe. Maybe you just gotta learn to find a good seamstress who'll be excited to have a project, and he, looks at it, he, holds up his arms, and he, gestures to, the lower arms. And I just don't wear anything on my lower arms, so that when these things get bigger, I'm not ripping through my clothing. He's don't wear your good pants on days where you think you're going to transform.
Right. Yeah, I guess you and the captain, do you have to get a lot of custom clothes for wings and tentacles? Do you have a seamster or a seamstress?
I was kind of lucky in that the ones that gave me these appendages and my transform abilities kind of gave me an outfit to go with it. So I never really and he kind of it might be the first time anyone around Karu could notice that what he wears is pretty old. It's well taken care of, but it's definitely old issue sea elf military clothing. It's not fucking.
It's been in seawater dried out.
Yeah, you can see that it's a little frayed around the edges, and he's like, yeah, no, I should probably. He's like, hey, maybe that's something we can work out. Maybe we can talk to the captain about what he does, and if he doesn't have anything, maybe you and me, when we're not here, could look for a seamstress. Make a little project.
Yeah, we could go. That'd be great. I'd just be really embarrassed, I think, to go around asking for that kind of stuff. It's just like, don't people kind of like look at you weird and stuff? I'm just a bit shy about. I just don't know how people would react.
Why would anyone think it's weird that you can transform into like a horse, like a half horse? Like, that's fucking cool. I think it's cool. I
wish I had your confidence.
What do you mean? It's fine. Like,
well, I had to go. I worked at a carnival. I thought I was like a weirdo, but you guys are cool as. Like, you strut around like you own it. Like, I think that's awesome.
All right. Well, then let me pitch this to you. You think we're cool?
Yeah.
We obviously thought you were cool enough to come hang out with us. If you want to do like the whole cool kids thing, you're obviously just as cool because you're with us.
That's true. That's pretty good logic.
Yeah, and that's how I work, because I haven't been with this group for very long, and like.
Oh, what did you do before joining the ship?
It's a good question. It's a very good question. One day I might be able to answer that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but like it wasn't nearly as cool as any of this. So like, just take that as a. Well, these guys let me hang out with them, so if I think they're cool, then they must think I'm cool.
All right, yeah. No, that's cool.
And Lot, you're pretty cool too, though. You were kind of rude to us when we first met you.
She's like, well, yeah, I mean, yes, and
Like in a sexy way?
and I accept that. Like, I take responsibility for that. And to give you a bit of, where my head was at, I was possibly about to drown / be devoured in the belly of a mimic ship. So,
very valid, yeah.
I wasn't super open to trusting at that point, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And you guys seem to be on a same kind of mission, destroying evil and killing liches and so on.
Yeah, totally. I don't know what our missions are. Seems to be whatever carries across the wind at any given point is our mission. But it does seem to not be do evil, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little. I'll be honest. Like, I kind of joined thinking. My original thoughts was, oh, they have an evil necromancer with them I need to keep an eye on. But it turns out he's not doing any of that at all. I think he's just blasting loud music when he's in his room writing. I thought it was like evil necromantic chanting, but I think it's just general emo music.
Oh yeah, no, Sorn seems to be, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the music he plays, but I do think he could probably turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I guess it's because he doesn't sleep. Like, he doesn't realize that, other people have to try and sleep sometimes.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep. I totally have a thing that could let him sleep.
Oh, maybe that'd help him.
Yeah. Maybe we need to frame it in a way where it's like a power thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I'm like, hey, I've got this thing so you can sleep, he'll be like, what's the point of that?
Yeah. But if you
gotta work out a way to be like, it'll give you a power.
Well, he's all about. He talks about dreams and stuff all the time, right? Maybe that's how you get him closer to it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Good idea, Lot.
Excellent. As you're sort of heading off in that direction, eventually you sort of happen upon this gigantic gnarled oak that comes into view. Unlike other oaks in the forest, this tree looks unhealthy and has golden brown leaves. A thick carpet of dead leaves surrounds it, and 3 rusty sickles lie among the leaves. Standing next to each of these is a bleating goat. Give me a perception check.
The fuck? 1 sec. 12.
12. With a 12, you notice that there are sort of like these little in the boughs of the tree appear to be sort of small, almost like little bird houses, like little tiny houses made of woven twigs and stuff. And you kind of see like some squirrels darting around nervously around the houses.
What are the goats doing? Are they just watching us?
Yeah, they sort of come through, and like one of them, or like all 3 of them are eyeing you, and one of them kind of looks from you, looks to the sickle, and kind of paws at the sickle.
Lot, what do you reckon? Do you reckon we could just walk past them? Maybe if we don't make any rash moves.
Yeah, this is strange. Maybe
Kinda
we
weird,
could just
yeah.
give them a wide berth if we want to avoid this whole thing whatsoever. Yeah.
Does it look like there's an entrance to the tree? This obviously seems to be the hut thing that we got told about. Does there seem to be like an obvious door way of sorts?
No. So it's just a regular tree that seems to be dying, or like, you know, sort of in deep autumn compared to, I guess, the rest of this forest around you that you've been walking through. And there's no door in it. There's no portal or ring around it or anything like that. There's just sort of these little like bird houses in its branches.
All right, I'm going to approach the closest goat slowly.
Yeah.
With a hand stretched out, as you would when you're trying to befriend someone's cat.
Yeah.
I want to move my dude, but
Yeah, cool.
I'll go like this guy.
A small voice from the tree yells out, No, don't hurt them! And you can now see a small little pixie sitting on one of the branches, kind of with her hands around her mouth, like cupped, to yell out at you.
I think Karu, like the hand that was outstretched, just like goes up into a wave towards the pixie. Oh, cute. And he's just like calls out like, "Oh, no, I wasn't. I wanted to see if he wanted a pat. Is it a he?"
I don't know. They came here to cut down the tree.
Ooh.
And we turn them into goats. So if you hurt them, they'll turn back into their normal forms and then go back to cutting down the tree. We don't want that. They're real mean. Well, this poor tree, it's not his time.
It's not the tree's time.
Well, the tree said, like, I'm done, but we're like, nah, you got this. Stick around.
I mean, but if the tree said he's done, wouldn't it? Maybe he is.
Yeah, but even if he is done, he should be able to, have a nice, graceful exit. Not people coming over to cut you down and turn your body into firewood or chairs or rocking horses.
I don't know, but being turned into a chair could be kind of fun. Did you ask the tree if he didn't like that notion of being cut down?
Well, he's very sick at the moment. I think he's just very grumpy.
Right. Well, I was under the impression that this tree has someone living in it.
Oh yeah, we're living in it.
Yeah, right. No, but like maybe a fair enough. Salad. No,
and 24 pixies fly out of this tree and start kind of buzzing around.
Okay, I'm just gonna say hello. My name is actually no. Fuck it. My name is Karu. I don't need to know all your names. It seems like a lot. Unless you want to tell me all at once. 1, 2, 3. And then
like a cacophony of names come out at you, and then one of them like kind of stamps her foot. And she's like, "No, I'm talking to them." And she says, "My name is Kaluna."
Oh, hi. So it's just you guys in this tree?
Well, and the squirrels. But they don't. I mean, they don't live in the houses. They kind of go around all over the place.
No one else. Not a
1 second.
I think Ara doesn't want to say the word hag, so it's just kind of like
grumpy old lady.
Yeah, like an elderly lady or a lady or something. Live here.
You mean Granny?
Yeah, that's it, Granny.
Oh no, that's a different tree. This is Grandfather Tree. She lives over in Loonlurch.
Oh,
that's okay. A big fallen tree. That's a big tree. I think she's going around knocking trees down and turning them into houses and stuff like that. That's not how trees want to be. Trees want to be.
Yeah, that's not.
Like, you could be houses in trees, but like, let the tree live.
Yeah, you can have a house in a tree, but the tree doesn't have to be the house. I totally get you there. That's totally true.
Yeah. Even
yeah,
if they
that's
are
not-
a grumpy tree, and she kind of like leans down and pats the tree branch.
And Kara's just like, so like, okay, yeah, all right. Were the guys, these ones that were goats or are goats, were they grannies? Do you know? Or were they other people? Are there other people trying to cut down trees?
Yeah, well, I think they work for her. She's been sort of sending people out to cut down trees and make trees upset and make trees grumpy and making the mushroom men all rude.
Oh yeah, no, I met Cliff. He's a character.
Oh, you met? Yeah, they're so mean now. They were like, most of the time when you meet the mushrooms, they sung and they danced and they were really cool and fun. And these ones are all like, get out of here, I'm on Smoko, and I don't even know what that means. There's no fires. Not in this forest.
Yeah, actually, he said that to me too, and I didn't know what a Smoko was either. You're right. Yeah, no, he was kind of rude. I mean, he directed me roughly this way, so you gotta give him that. But do you want me to? I'm not gonna hurt the goat. You said that like that would bring them back, and I don't want that. But do you want me to like take those sickles away from them so that like they don't have something if they do sort of pop back? Well,
yeah, the spell's gonna wear off in about 10 minutes.
All right. Let me go, and I'm gonna like very sort of like carefully go around and pick up the weapons that they clearly dropped when they got turned into goats.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I'm just gonna be like sort of like extend them out to the pixies. Like, do you want to hide them in the tree, maybe, or something?
Even with like 4 of them coming down, like they can't really lift it. Like it's.
Oh no! I'll put them somewhere. Like just direct me where you want them to go.
Oh yeah. You just put them up high. Maybe like lodge them in so they don't fall and just they're out of reach.
Yeah, the tentacles extend up so that I can go even higher.
Yeah, excellent. So yeah, as you're doing that, and the next 10 minutes pass, the goats turn back into their normal forms, and they kind of look like almost like grumpy gnomes. Like that.
Oh wow!
They got like iron boots, and big mustaches, and like their hat is these red hats, but they almost like look a little like mushroom hats, or like made of fungus. It's almost like a creature that was sort of been brought to life via some kind of weird magic. And they're looking at you, and they kind of look up at you, point up, stomping their iron boots, and they're like, "Give us back our sickles!"
I think Karu sort of like makes a point of like he doesn't transform, but he definitely like puffs himself up. Maybe the tentacles go up, and he's like, "No, I think you should just go back from where you came."
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh no! Okay.
We have some advantages.
I think Lot's probably going to come up and give you advantage by kind of looming next to you.
Yeah, cool. I was going to say, it's more that every single one of my checks is pretty bad because I cooked this character. Sorry, I forgot to do advantage, so I'll do it again. But I'll take the first one. I'll take 16.
16? Let's see what they're... Alright. So you, you loom up, you kind of tentacles spread out a little bit, and they're kind of looking up at you, and they're kind of, one of them tries to like psych you out, as if to like rush you, but you just kind of stand there confidently, and then they kind of look at each other and go, "Oh yeah, we'll be back though. We'll have even bigger sickles next time. You watch out. You better watch out."
And you'll probably
Granny's gonna hear about this.
You'll probably get turned into even bigger goats. Bye.
They stomp away through the brush, through the forest, and disappear.
Yeah, Kara takes note of the direction that they went because obviously that's the way he's going to go. And I think he actually turns to I forgot her name already. The pixie that he's been talking to.
Kaluna.
And he's like, "Do you know where Granny lives? You know where Granny lives, right?"
Oh yeah, we don't go there though.
Would you take the three of us as far as possible in that direction, because we're trying to get to her. Not because we trying to get to her because we think she can help us get to our friends.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had some...
Yeah.
Who are your friends?
Actually, it wouldn't be out. Miss Minnie proceeds to explain the very visually unique group of people that we are.
And one of the pixies kind of flies out and goes, "Oh, you talk about the bird spirit."
Bird spirit? I mean, I am talking about
the bird spirit,
yes.
and the Tin Man, and the angry shadow spirit, the grumpy spirit.
Oh yeah, that checks out. I think he's the king of shadow or something.
Yeah, he was very grumpy about it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds exactly right.
Oh yeah, Cowslip was talking about them. They ran into them just before.
Oh shit!
They had a tea party.
Yeah, that definitely checks out then. Do you know? Like, could you help? Like, okay, I'm part of that group, but I fell asleep.
What kind? Are you a lake spirit?
Kind of more like an ocean or sea spirit.
Oh
Less than a
wow!
lake.
We don't get a lot of sea
ocean.
spirits here. There's no real oceans near here. You're very far away from home.
Incredibly far away from home. But yeah, like, could you, like, the only reason why we're going to Granny is because I was underneath the mean old mushroom suggested that she could probably help us get to them. There is also the possibility that they're going to make their way to her because, I mean, the last thing I remember happening with a similar kind of entity was my captain, the bird spirit, blowing up her house.
Oh, yeah, he's a bit of a trickster.
Yeah. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised at that if there is a possibility that he could blow up another house such as it, or more importantly, go through its contents. That he probably would, to be fair.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have to turn him into a teacup pig so he doesn't get too mischievy.
Nah, he's pretty good as a bird. We don't really want to hang out here very much. We're pretty much on the. We're trying to leave, to be honest. You know. So if you help me, if you could help me, that would be great. Like, get to my friends, and then we can speed off. But maybe we can help out with these guys that are trying to cut down your trees.
Oh, yeah, okay. So do you want to go? Do you want us to take you to Granny, or do you want us to help you find your friends?
Help me find my friends.
Okay.
But what does that entail?
Kaluna kind of like flutters over to one of the squirrels that was just like hanging out and like watching, and she says, "Can you go find the bird spirit and the grumpy spirit and the Tin Man?" And then he kind of rushes off and like jumps, like you see like a movement of just sort of these friendly forest creatures going out and kind of searching out, and then she says, "Well, we can take you to where they were, and then maybe they'll know where we are on the way." And then she kind of starts zooming off, like, you know, without even waiting for a response, just starts like buzzing forward.
Which does she go in regards to her direction? Is she going back the way we came, or is she going?
She's going.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, further on.
Kara was a little worried she was going to lead him back to the grumpy mushroom circle. So I guess he just kind of turns to Cloppington and Lot, and he's just like, "Oh."
Cool. Lot's like, out of my depth on this one. And Dinah's like, "Oh, they're really nice though."
Kara's like, "They are really nice. Yeah, they're like super chill. And like, yeah. Well, I don't think anything can go wrong.
Everything here is either super friendly or super a dick."
Sorry, I heard that laugh. Yeah, no, these guys seem like they're on the friendly side. Yeah, like totally. See where they are. What could go wrong? Again.
Yeah, absolutely. So you head off following Kaluna through the forest, and we cut back to Paulie, Sorn, and Yama traipsing their way. Now walking this whole way.
Sorn. No, Sorn. You got to understand the cuteness that you embodied when you were the teacup pig, right? It's just look. I understand if you want a true polymorph into it, it would make me happy as your captain.
I still
Shake my head.
cannot believe you put a dirty Sorn pig in my cup.
Look, I'll happily clean it up, but it was pretty damn cute. Let's be really honest here.
It was definitely cute, but
You can make that my cup from now on. I'll drink dirty teacup Sorn pig like water any day of the week.
I don't wish for anyone to drink dirt in my tea.
But it was the way he was rolling around. It was so cute.
You were very cute, Sorn. Do you think maybe we could see it again sometime?
Absolutely not.
We'll convince him, Yama. Don't worry.
You can be very persuasive, my captain.
Someone is extra annoyed today.
Extra so.
Purely because he has a level of exhaustion as well.
Alright, perfect. Okay, so we had like a rough idea of where we're going, right?
Yeah, you're heading sort of southish.
Sounds great. Let's start going south.
So alright, so over the next hour or so, you're all heading south, and what's your formation? You start sort of following this river down that you were told to kind of follow towards the lake.
Yep. I think we just stick next to the river. How's that sound, guys?
I'm going to walk in the middle of everyone because I'm not overly anything at the moment.
Fishy.
And then, if we've got Josh still in the chat, if he's still here, I'd love him to roll a d20 for me, please.
Oh dear God, this is where I die.
No. Josh is in the Bandos room. He can't help you right now. He can't do that.
Okay.
He's deep in the Rooney.
Yeah, he's deep in the ruins. All right, that's fine. You know, that's
He probably actually is around, but I mean.
Hey, there he is.
roll a d20, Josh. I think it's is it exclamation mark d20.
I do 20. Yep.
Oh, excellent. All right. Yeah, the next hour passes uneventfully.
Good work, bro.
As you're traipsing through. Now, you've borrowed the unicorn costume. Are you wearing it? And who's wearing it?
Are we wearing it yet? Ooh, I mean, yes, I guess so. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So, Paulie is the head, is that right? So it's sort of like a unicorn with wings.
Yep.
And then Yama is the butt, kind of, but it's like the butt is like taller than the torso, I assume. Because even hunched over, I assume Yama's just big badonkadonk out the back.
Yeah, so the horse kind of goes like this, and then there's like a butt, and it goes like out. It's a real juicy unicorn, and I'm sure Captain Paulie's got his like wings like threaded through the wing costume too.
It's a Pegasus.
So, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Pegasusicorn.
Pegasusicorn.
And so on.
Because it's very sus with how fucking bussin' its ass is.
Yeah. Now, Son, you said you were in the middle.
I'm
but that was before-
riding the unicorn.
He's riding the unicorn. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the plan.
All right. Excellent. Give me I guess, Paulie, because you're kind of face forward in the lead, give me some kind of nature check or a survival check, perhaps, to kind of...
Either's terrible, so
yeah, good.
you choose.
Love it. Up to you.
Do you want to do nature or survival?
It's up to you. What it depends how... Are you using your...
Nature.
Hey, I'm trying to find a lake, or are you trying to go...
Sticks.
Yeah, good. Great.
This is my athletics check for carrying Sorn. Not bad.
I don't weigh that much.
Alright. Karu,
Yes.
can you give me a perception check, please?
You're looking for a ridiculous Pegasusicorn.
Oh god. 14.
It's not bad.
Better than my 6.
Actually, yeah, Paulie, can you give me a performance check, as I assume you're trying to be as unicorny as possible?
Absolutely, I'm prancing. I'm prancing.
Like dragging
But-
Yama
I was
around.
going to say, but is Yama also prancing? Because there's 4 legs.
Natty 1. Okay.
It's like we're being too loud. Or we're like trying not to like.
I just think you haven't quite worked. You haven't quite worked out who steps when, so you're like you're almost like both hopping.
And it keeps stretching out too far and then catching up and stretching out.
Someone keeps falling off as
like
a
dipping.
consequence.
Paulie's found some like coconuts and he's trying to clop, but he's not even clopping it correctly. You know, it's like it's really off, like out of tune.
Mm-hmm. Brilliant. All right. Yeah, Karu, Kaluna kind of stops, hearing this cacophony of bad coconuts. Where'd you get them from? Dunno. Brought them with him, probably.
Some
always-
swallow dropped it.
Always has coconuts in his pack, just in
They're
case.
migratory.
And yeah, I was hoping, honestly, I was hoping that you'd be fooled by this, but clearly not with a natty 1. You see
I think that's the best.
It would be hideous too. It would
yeah,
be
and
hideous.
it's got like the mask has kind of like a stick. It's just got like a sharpened stick sticking out of its head. Yeah, they've got the you can see Paulie's wings sawn on the back. And it comes prancing out of the brush. Kaluna's kind of stopped on your shoulder, and she's just like, "What is that?" And then Lot looks. Diana looks at it and goes, "Is that Sorn? Should I be offended?"
I think, obviously I can see that it's Sorn too, correct?
Yeah.
I think Karu just yells out.
Yeah.
He just yells out, "Hey, Sorn, what the fuck is wrong with your horse?"
I don't know. There's many things wrong with this horse.
Paulie tears out of the middle of it and goes, "Ah!"
Oh,
There,
wow.
case in point.
Not actually a horse. What? I dare to ask. Why?
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, Yama's got this new kink thing going on, and we're just accommodating.
Hey, don't put this on me, Captain.
Says the butt of the unicorn.
Swan just wanted to be on top for once.
Sorn is a power top, I'll have you know.
Canonically.
Power bottom.
It is canon. He's been very busy.
That's why he wasn't
At times.
accepted in the Drow culture, because Drow has that female top mentality.
Yeah, it just didn't work for him,
Had to bail on the Underdark, yeah.
We've learned a lot about our characters in this session.
Well, this is good. I was trying to find you guys. Me and this pixie here, we're trying to find you. So this works.
Perfect. Oh, hey! Are these the pixies we know?
No, this is a different one.
Oh, okay. Hi there. I'm Paulie.
Oh, hi, I'm Kaluna.
I'm the unicorn's face.
Oh, we're looking for a bird spirit.
Yeah, I'm a bird spirit. I'm like my times when I'm not a unicorn's face, and then you got Yama, which is the unicorn butt.
She kind of like giggles.
They're a gold spirit, they're a gold clanky spirit.
And then I am still just the Shadow King.
Oh, you're the grumpy spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? And I walk straight over to Lot and say, "Hey, Lot, do you have any form of restoration magic by chance?"
She says, I've got kind of general healing, or if you're dead, I might be able to help out.
No, I can sort out death. That's pretty easy.
Why? What's wrong? Are you poisoned or something?
I'm pretty exhausted right now. If
Oh.
you catch my drift.
Sure. Well, I guess we could kind of take a rest, a short rest or something. We've been traipsing through the woods for a couple of hours now. Time's a bit weird here, though.
Yeah. Time is a bit weird here.
Well, do you need to rest, Thorn?
No, I think I'd need to sleep. Oh, not sleep, but I don't think a short.
Meditate.
I'm happy to take a short rest if you guys need it, but I don't think it will help me all that much.
I mean, if you want to sleep, I have this orb.
It's more the amount of time that we need
Hmm.
to do it.
I thought you couldn't sleep anyway. Aren't you an elf?
Yeah, but this orb could let him sleep. Like, it actually would help him sleep.
Isn't Karu a sea elf? Because someone would be like, wouldn't it help you sleep as well?
I seem to have a problem with that.
Oh. I'm sorry, I have hiccups.
Well then, yeah, I don't know, I guess. I'll give it a shot.
I mean, maybe just like sleep while this totally convincing unicorn carries you.
We need to light this thing on fire, and I'm the only person that can really control fire here, so if I go to sleep, we're in trouble.
You gonna light the unicorn on fire?
I always want to light the head of this unicorn on fire, but no, something
it's got
in the
like,
middle
you
of a
know,
lake.
It's got like those are kind of glass eyes from like a teddy bear. That like googly eyes, so like as it moves, like they roll in different directions.
Does it also have the eyelids so that when it goes to sleep, the eyelids close or you lie it
And they
down?
have like two bigger eyelashes, like
Yeah. Oh no.
the tongue
And one of the
lolls out
lion
it.
dance mouths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a felt tongue that just like always is hanging out to the side. It's an
The handsome
abomination
unicorn.
for sure.
Yeah, terrifying.
Yeah, alright. Reunited at last. Lot goes, so what happened to you three? You guys just disappeared and left us in the forest.
You can speak to the bird about that. His inquisitive nature consistently getting us into trouble.
Okay, look, right? See, you don't understand as much as I do how important it is to dance with the locals, right? If we didn't go dance with those mushrooms, we wouldn't be having a blast. And I didn't make some bloody deal with a hag, and then now are all tired and grumpy about it. I just had a lot of fun. And I had a little party with some mushrooms, and I still have 2 of them here. And then like I just showed them.
Yes, it definitely wasn't our intention to leave you behind, Diana and Lot. Or Karu, for that fact.
Those mushrooms are different now.
Yeah, no, we need it. Like, what happens is when we go through, you corrupt an area, so we need to go fix that, and that's part of getting rid of Granny Smith. So all my mushroom buddies are cool, and they're not, gross and annoying and always on smoko.
Yeah, you see the little mushrooms on his shoulder, like, hi!
That's what they're supposed to be like.
Karu kind of like leans back towards Diana. Is like, I don't know. I think I kind of preferred Cliff. Ooh. At least, yeah.
I still hate that mushroom.
Love him. I love them.
He's got a little. You can see he's got like a tail, kind of like the worms games, right? Like
Nobody has that much business in being that happy. Screw that guy.
Tail. That's fucking weird.
I'm just getting like a Mickey Mouse voice. Like I'm just imagining it's just like ha ha.
We did a dance.
Hello. Want to dance with us? Yeah.
Let's do a dance right now. We can make a ring out of 2.
There you go.
But yeah, when we went through the circle on the other side, it was all dead and lifeless and like rotted.
Yeah, that's about what it is now too. And all the mushrooms are just
side.
Yeah, well, yeah, like we went to Diana and Lot took me to where you guys went through, and it's all decayed, and the mushrooms are all angry and pissy, and they were like, told me that the only person that can go through that portal that they make, I'm assuming it's like a portal, the dancing, they're not really dancing either, was Granny. So I was kind of heading towards her, and then I ran into these guys, and they said they'd seen you, so hey, here we are.
Yeah, well, maybe we are the ones who gave her access to that fairy circle by corrupting it. I don't know.
Diana says, why are you dressed like a unicorn?
Well,
And how is Karu? How is that not your first question?
I mean, I did ask Saul what the fuck was wrong with his horse, and then
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Also, Diana, like, let's be real. You know, we talk about being cool. Like, you don't have to always question the plan. Sometimes
weird shit.
sometimes your buddies rock up and two of them are a horse
At 2 a.m.
and you just say, yeah, this is exactly what is required right now.
Right.
Also, Diana, like, look at how like badonkadonk this horse is.
Hey, don't look at my butt.
That's a chunky. That's a thick.
It's a thickum.
Yeah.
Thickum horse.
Did I take the sleeping orb?
I mean, I held it out, so yeah, if you could have taken it, yeah.
I'll grab it. Does anything happen when I touch it, being who I am?
So I think when Kara hands it over to you, and it lands in your palm, you definitely feel. I mean, you're already feeling lethargic, but you feel a sense of, like, your eyes start getting a bit, feeling a bit gritty, like, you know, it's not putting you to sleep, but you feel like, oh, this is, you know, actually, it's not like my meditation where I'm aware and stuff like that. You actually feel yourself starting to feel tired, like feel restful, and you think if you keep holding on to it, you will be able to just sort of sit down and drift off rather than being awake.
Interesting. I'm going to throw that in the bag of holding for now.
Okay.
Anyway, the plan was to meet a unicorn who would be able to help us, but to get to the unicorn, we had to become a unicorn, and a child gave us this costume.
One with the unicorn.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. It's been a whole day.
And obviously, we happily accepted. Any reason to play dress up, I'm all for.
We're not that far into the day, and it's been a long day.
Oh.
It doesn't make a lot of sense. Dress up like a unicorn to meet a unicorn. Why do you need to meet the unicorn again?
Well, she was going to help us with the tag.
Yeah. Oh, like, in what way?
I can't remember. My notes don't actually say. I've been looking.
I wanted to meet a unicorn, and we needed to come back down this way anyway to come find you. So it was like, kill two birds with one stone.
Well, we learned of a man who was sending out shadows specifically to kill unicorns, and I believe, that Lamorna, who is the unicorn, I believe her partner was possibly killed by one of these shadow men, or the shadows men. My punctuation in my notes is not very good. And I think they would be able to lead us back to the castle.
And what does this have to do with the hag?
Well, the hag is enslaving children to make toys out of a magical tree stump, or what's left of the tree. And we actually found out today, during this session, Yama breaking the fourth wall here, that we believe she's using the Witchlight Carnival to A, steal the children, and B, hawk her wares.
Ooh.
So,
That's wild.
Yeah.
She must be stopped.
Well, I definitely don't like the idea of all those children just being kept in misery and grief and taken from their families.
That's fair. All right. Well, let's go be a unicorn to meet a unicorn then.
You know it sounds like fun.
I think Karu like looks to Diana and he's like, you could we could tape a stick to your forehead and you could transform into your other form. You could be a unicorn.
She kind of looks a bit shy and is like, yes, I guess so.
Wait, you can transform, Diana?
Yeah, when you all disappeared, we had to kind of... I've only done it once, so far. But I think that Sorn ending the curse had some other side effects. Maybe because my horse was dead, or there was, like, my horse's body couldn't go back to it, maybe? And so it's still kind of with me.
You.
Yeah.
My
That's
magic does do
awesome.
that.
That's
My magic
really
does
awesome.
have some side effects sometimes. I'm sorry, but it's cool.
Don't try operate heavy machinery while under the influence of Sorn magic. And also, it may cause impotence.
Yeah, that's what happened to Paulie. It explains a lot.
But I've got a limp cloaca.
This is why he's not allowed to actually do anything on the ship other than tell people what to do. It's really convenient for him.
Excuse me. No, we're not having this conversation now, Quartermaster. Okay, who just listens to Linkin Park in his cabin. All right.
Hell
while
yeah!
Everyone does everything else doing.
Exactly. I manage the finances, okay, and I adjust my glasses.
She's like, okay, yeah, if you want to find a suitable or craft a suitable horn, Karu, and then like sort of Diana, and Lot kind of like Diana like walks off to like kind of behind a tree, and you hear like the sound of stretching skin, sinew, like the cracking of bones realigning. And then sort of Diana trots
comes out as a werewolf.
Again, kind of like the not a traditional, like looking like a centaur, but like she's got the full body is sort of covered in that kind of fur, of the sort of brown horse that she had, and she's still wearing the coat kind of over the top, and it kind of flares out over her new torso.
Can I just summon a shard of ice using Ice Knife, and there's the horn?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I know what a unicorn horn looks like, because I've held one.
It's like a nice glass, kind of spirally horn made of ice, absolutely.
Yep, I'll burn that spell slot.
Diana is going to look way more convincing than we are.
Yeah, so she attaches that, maybe with like a leather strap or something like that, onto the top of her head, so it looks like a cool party hat.
It's dry ice, so it just sticks to the skin.
Yeah, and well, I think maybe she's not stoked about that. But you can see, the soft smoke misting off it, kind of thing, as slowly turning to carbon dioxide in the air.
I can also just I'll just use oh no, I don't have that meta magic anymore. A safe spell, so it doesn't do any damage. I don't have it.
And she clops over back to the group and like holds out an arm to Karu to kind of help him up onto her back. If not that he probably needs it, but as like it's okay. Do you want to jump on then?
He pats her on her like human shoulder and he's like, cool, thanks buddy. He gets on, he's like, we are definitely the more convincing unicorn.
Yeah, I'm getting off this shambles unicorn, and I'm going to summon my steed.
I said, no, that's your unicorn, Sorn.
That's fine. That's fine. That's
Come on,
fine.
Sorn, hop on.
I'm already
And then
standing on the
Paulie
back of my
wiggles
steed
around.
and just like floating towards the water.
No fun.
No.
Hey, I mean, we're going through water, and it's a
Let's
steed
do
that has a
this.
swim speed, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, okay, good luck us.
Wait,
Lot, we're gonna drown in
Lot
this
jumps on you then. Lot jumps.
yeah,
on
I was
you,
going to say, Lot should
Thanks,
get on you
Lot.
guys.
Thanks, Lot. You gotta help us look convincing. Sorn, don't you have any kind of like magics to kind of fix this?
I'm not here to fix you guys and how you look. Like, I'm just here to light a fire.
You know what? You guys go in the middle, yeah.
So by association, yep.
Yeah, it's more like, you're in the middle, so it's just an assumption. Oh, yeah, 3 unicorns, of course. Like, maybe they just won't look so closely if you're in the center.
Maybe you can roll a new performance check.
Well, as you make your way to sort of the edge of this misty lake, you can see mist drifting over the surface of the lake. Forested crags line the shore on one side. You see mossy rocks protruding from the shallows. And near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. Sorn and I guess Lot and even Karu, like, you feel as you get closer, because you're riding the unicorns, you feel like, oh, hey, where are we going? Like, we're going the wrong way. Like, where are we supposed to be going? Like, you almost, like, can't see the lake ahead of you, or if you do, your eyes kind of, like, slide off it. But then as you get closer and you hear the first kind of clop, the first kind of splashes in the shallow water, that you seem to almost, like, push through some kind of barrier, and then all of a sudden you can see the lake ahead of you. I'm
so excited for our terrible job.
Can I ask how deep this lake is as we're, like, moving into it?
It's not very deep at all.
Okay, cool. I think Yama's sweating in his, like, heavy armor and this costume.
Yeah, it probably comes up to, like, shin high, at most kind of knee high, the water.
Cool.
Yeah, you can make your way to the
Clop, 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 clop. I am using the coconuts.
Behind.
Yeah.
I thought I think I'd like it if Paulie's just saying the word clop.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree.
When he first does it, Clopping just like, yeah. Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay.
Clop, 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 clop.
Excellent. All right, you find yourself on the island. There is yet a small brazier here. And what do? You're sort of in the middle of this misty lake. The edges of the lake sort of get kind of lost in the mists on the outside as you make your way there.
I'm just gonna firebolt it.
Sure. Yeah. So you let off a magical firebolt flying towards, and it lights the brazier, and cool. The lakeshore mists part to reveal a white horse with a single gleaming horn on her brow. She kind of stands somewhat off the shore, just standing perfectly still, silently observing you.
Well, that was easy. So I was just gonna wave at the unicorn. It's like, hey, you going?
You hear a voice in your head that says, "You've made it. You've come to me here at the Wayward Pool. Why do you summon me?"
And someone's gonna just say back, "Oh, you can speak into my head. I can do that too." Into its head.
Yes. This is called telepathy. I have opened up a channel with your mind. I'm sorry if it was rude.
That's not rude. It's cool. I do it to everyone.
It is rude.
I do it to everyone and anything. It's fine. It seems fun. They love it. Anyway, we're trying to figure out this. And I look at everyone and say, "Is it Granny Smith?"
Granny Smith.
Yeah, we're trying to get to her.
Clop, 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 clop. Oh, whatever. I'm taking this off now. Hey there. Will sent us. We said we might need this costume to get in. But yeah, how you doing?
Yes. Well, as far as these things go. So Will told you the secrets to come visit.
Yeah, don't kill him.
How's he doing?
He's doing good. Him and his buddies are having fun. Is Lot still, like, riding on my back?
Oh, I guess she was more sort of. I guess she would have been like sitting on Yama's shoulders, right? If he's like
Yeah.
over.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
So as you take the costume off, Yama stands up and Lot is still sitting on his shoulders.
Yeah, like at a festival, just.
Yeah. Yes, Will is doing well, and we thought perhaps we may have an idea of where him and the other lost children have come from originally, and we thought perhaps you would be able to help us in returning them.
Returning the children home.
Yes, to their families.
Of course. I'm sure their families miss them dearly. If you could get them to one of the uncorrupted fairy rings, perhaps you could lead them out of here. The domain of Prismere once used to be a place that had its comings and goings controlled, but after the cruel Hag's sisters took over, I don't believe that they've kept as tight a lock on the ins and outs of the domain.
Do you know much about the person who rules this realm now? Granny, was it?
Granny Smith. Sorn's literally just operating under the fact that her name is Granny Smith. Yeah.
She is one of 3 stepsisters that has usurped the original ruler of this place, Zybilna.
Yeah, where do we... is Zybilna gone? Or, imprisoned?
What about imprisoned?
They used some kind of magic to trap her within her palace. And with her unable to... With her no longer controlling this domain, it has let them rise to that power and control it themselves.
You think I could break that magic with the magic of my domain? I'm from a domain very similar to this. Well, my power comes from there. I don't know, it's a whole weird thing.
I think you might need to use a similar magic to whatever ensnared Zybilna to free her.
Yeah, because we almost fought Bavlorna, and that was very scary.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wasn't the one that blew up her house, so...
Yeah, I did that.
I just rose an army, ill-advised, but, that's neither here nor there.
Each of the sisters on their own are formidable, but together, when they work together, their power is immense. You may need perhaps allies, trickery, or more to fully put them down, especially as they have taken so much power from this place.
Where is the palace? I want to go check out the palace. I want to see if I can do anything to get anything from that.
At the heart of Prismere, it's a big castle on the hill.
Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yes, the domain sort of edges out, and she, as she describes the sisters, like the 3 of them, she says, they're powerful on their own. The water to the side of this unicorn kind of comes up almost as if like ice statues to kind of outline them.
Cool.
Awesome.
And you see sort of 3 figures, but not coloured in.
Oh, shit.
That's dope.
I think Kaoru nudges the unicorn butt. Sorry, I know you're not that anymore. Nudges Yaman is like points to the pig mask chick and goes, "Hey,
Yeah.
I remember that one."
Well, she's
Where'd
the
you
one.
see that one?
We saw her at the Witchlight Carnival.
We saw her in the Maze of Mirrors or whatever in the Witchlight Carnival.
Really?
Yeah, she was like doing some pretty shady shit by the looks of it.
She was trying to lure away a halfling from
Is she?
his fiance.
Is that one Granny Smith?
No, what?
Which one is the ruler of this?
Yeah.
That'd be the
one on the.
Actually, it would look slightly different. My bad. I've given you a picture of their minions. So sorry.
still really cool though.
It is a cool photo. They look like Bavlorna's one definitely looks like that, which is that was like her little minions that came after you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah, little babbies.
Yeah.
Babby babbies. Babby babbies.
The babby babs. Someone will just be like, "Hey, Yama, that really ugly one was really into you, wasn't she?"
Let us not speak of it.
The picture. Okay, here we go. The picture she shows you for Granny Smith. It looks like this.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
I hate it. That's so creepy. Look at the
That is
horse's
creepy as
eyeball.
That's the unicorn outfit eyeballs right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do know that she forgets the first person she sees in the morning.
Yeah.
You know that.
I'll say she does show you those other things too. Maybe when she mentions that they have minions who do their bidding in the material world.
Well,
so you can still make that connection and see the pig mask on.
With Will helping us, we are planning to turn him in to hopefully get a meeting with this granny.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to help in any way?
What is it that you desire?
To release the children. That's what we desire.
What do you desire from me?
How can you help? We never want to assume the power of someone as majestic as you.
I'm not assuming. You're a unicorn.
Let me just say as well, this is the other one she shows you, the third one.
Dick.
Oh,
Man,
that's wild.
whoever did the art for these is just so impressive.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
She says, I do want to see the end the rule of the hags and a return of Zybilna to rule Prismere. And even though she was deceitful at times, her magic did keep this place safe and isolated. But I don't know what I can offer to your fight of trickery and whatnot. I fear that I would just be putting myself at risk.
If you want this, which is such a big change, there has to be some risk. Maybe.
She says, if you can help me find my partner, if you can return her to me, then I could do more to help you.
Where is your partner?
I believe she's been taken prisoner by the hags. If she had died, I believe I would have sensed it.
I mean, phew. There's a little because obviously the unicorn horn. I know Bavlorna has a unicorn horn.
Her eyes kind of flash at that.
That's really fucking pretty.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And she just says, my poor Eladon. Who has it?
Bavlorna.
Could you bring it to me?
Damn it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're probably just. I don't think Bavlorna will give it up. I think we're gonna have to kill her to get it. But we need assistance in killing it. You see the conundrum we're in right now. I think I
believe we're more than willing to help.
Yeah, but as we are, I don't think we are capable of taking down a hag. So we need assistance. We are more than happy to give you the horn. We just need assistance in acquiring the horn. And I can't call upon my patron here because it's not his domain and all that stuff. That's why I wanted to go to the castle.
Typically, creatures need to be invited to this place. And while I think maybe those walls have been weakened for a better term, lesser beings, if your patron is someone of a considerable power, the underlying rules likely still apply.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I want to go to the castle. Because I feel like it's a similar domain to this. Maybe they have communicated in the past. Maybe there's a way to communicate from there.
Well, I can give you information, as it seems that you are beings of good spirit. But I will not go to war for you.
Look, that's fair enough.
Can you tell us of the defenses around the castle?
I know there are a number of, or at least there were a number of beasts that were kept there. Locked doors, puzzles, all good D&D stuff. But Zybilna's power and her control and her staff were usually enough. If you can get there and land in the garden somehow, with Zybilna gone, you might not run into any of her defenses if she is cut off from this place somehow. If she's locked away. And I don't know what else has been put in place by the hag since. But if you can get in there, and she kind of looks at you, Sorn, her horse eyes sort of golden eyes boring into your blackened ones. She says there is a library on the second floor of the palace that contains her most treasured tomes. Perhaps your answer is in there. How to undo this.
Alright, I'm gonna ask. Do you know much of magical artifacts?
Some. I have a deep understanding of magic.
I just want to pull out my my dream sand, like that pouch of sand that I have, of the black sand, and just say, could this help us here?
Remind me
Or
what
is
it
it-
does.
Oh, it's literally just, I've got it in my notes as a small bag of sand.
That you brought with you from the dream world.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says, something not of this domain, something of the dreaming. If I'm not mistaken, this could put someone to sleep, used correctly.
That could work with the first person she wakes up, she doesn't see. Maybe we can sneak in. Maybe I give it to her, pour it on her, and then...
I don't think it would work for you.
No, not
Being
put
of
me.
the dreaming.
Not put me asleep. Put her asleep.
No, I don't think you would be able to administer it. I
Ah,
think it's my magic that will activate it. But I am quite charming, so... Bavlorna loved me until you blew up her house. And I amassed an army to try and kill her.
maybe, Miss Unicorn, you have a way to hide the other lost children, so that way we can sneak in an army with Will.
I mean, if you can bring them here, I may be able to help shroud them from reprisals or keep them safe until the hag is dealt with. But I don't have much to take care of a house full of children.
You think I could just drown her?
What?
Put her to sleep, throw her in a river,
Oh,
hold her
I thought
under?
you were talking about the unicorn. I was like,
No.
like just drown her in the foot of water that we're standing in.
hey, you can drown in a glass of water, okay?
I don't know. I feel like hags are pretty formidable. I don't think you could just drown.
I mean, if I put her to sleep, though, put her to sleep underwater, she could have a sleep with the fishes.
Well, we weren't exactly able to play any tricks on Bavlorna.
She wasn't very happy, though. We did blow up her house. Like, this
Yes.
other one, we haven't done anything to wrong her yet. So...
We do tend to piss people off, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, look at Paulie. Yeah. But, yeah. I think we could do something here.
Well, Will made it sound like we'd be able to play tricks to draw the guards away. Perhaps we can then sneak in.
Absolutely. How much of this sand do I have? How many, like, I hold up my little pouch and just say, like, judging by this pouch, how many people do you think I could potentially put to sleep?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use a feature and fix that.
Sure.
Where has it gone? Magical guidance. We're gonna re-roll that. That's better.
I'm going to say, this was a final number, that's 17, good. I'm going to say you have effectively 3 charges of the sleep spell, and you can either blow them all at once on a 3rd level sleep spell, or do a 2 and a 1, or do 3 ones, right?
Okay.
And we'll say that it recharges perhaps after a long rest.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna add that as an item with charges.
But you know that something like that, whilst would work very well on weak-willed creatures, is probably in your hands. Is probably not strong enough to. Well, it's dicey whether it would work on a more powerful being in terms of In mechanical terms, it's because you have to beat their entire health pool with the thing.
At third level, I do get 98 though.
Yeah. So I think you could be in with a shot. But just in game in lore terms, you would definitely know that this is not dreaming's power to put anyone to sleep, right? This is like a fraction of that power.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna add Can I just add the sleep spell?
Yeah.
To my
We might be able to do it between sessions, add an item that gives you sleep spell charges, like a ring of animal handling or whatever. She says, do you have any other questions about this place, the palace? Information I'm happy to provide.
I just want to figure it out, get around it.
Look, I think you've been very, very helpful. Like already, thank you. Just to try kind of like dot the I's and cross the T's. Of what we want to get done.
Well, if you
there's
are,
nothing,
sorry.
There's nothing you can give us to help us on the situation. The information is enough, and thank you. We will do our best to get your partner back and make sure that she is returned to you.
Yes, thank you.
And then like poorly bows.
Yeah. When we're together again, our with our powers combined, we may be able to provide you with some more assistance.
Well, it seems like actually, I'm saying this to the crew as well. Seems like maybe we should get rid of Bavlorna first and then work against Granny.
Do we think we've got a shot against like getting rid of Bavlorna? That was the one that was the bullywog thing, right?
Yeah.
I think I'm with Kara on this one. I think we've already angered Bavlorna. We no longer have the element of surprise or any kind of... She knows exactly who we are, what we look like, and a little bit of our plans.
Yeah, she really hated me in her book.
Yeah, and Lamorna says that they're worse together. Perhaps we can weaken Bavlorna by taking out her sister, who doesn't know anything about us yet.
Okay.
That's my thinking. Anyway,
Oh no, yeah,
that's what
absolutely.
Yama says.
Absolutely. I can agree with all of that.
I wonder if we can get the pixies and the tree to help. I don't think they particularly like her either.
They definitely didn't like that she was using the meadow leaf tree to make toys.
I mean, they clearly have the ability to like shapeshift things because they turned 3 like gnomes into goats.
Yeah, even if they could actually help us just in luring the guards away from the house.
Yeah, maybe a couple of them might help.
Does anyone here have a passive perception of 17 or above?
Me.
Yes, Captain Polly does.
All right.
Nope.
Paulie, you are not caught off surprise caught surprised.
No, I used to have a passive perception of 18.
Everyone else, I would like a initiative check, please.
Initiative.
Not me?
Well, sorry, everyone roll initiative. Paulie is the only one not surprised.
I have to roll at disadvantage because of exhaustion, don't I?
Okay,
I believe
18.
So, yeah.
God damn
6.
it. 5.
I mean, in our other game, Katie made my character exhausted, so I'm just taking it out on you, Dylan.
1 second.
Look, I get it.
It didn't freaking matter anyway, Dan. What are you talking about?
It mattered until we got into combat.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, who controls Lot?
I have Lot.
Okay, cool. So
And I have Cloppington.
You have Cloppington? Okay, so she's on
I'm
your
back.
initiative. On the 6 there. Okay.
Oh god.
As you're mid-conversation with this beautiful unicorn, a cloaked figure springs
It's a shadow man.
from possibly a shadow. All of you except Paulie don't see where this creature comes from. Paulie, you see that sort of slinking in a shadow, on the edge of this island. This figure springs forward, blades flashing, and underneath the assassin's cowl, you see a wide, toothy smile. And
Whereabouts is it?
It lunges at.
Am I before it in the initiative or after?
No, after.
Fuck.
Blades flashing. It attacks with. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Two attacks. With advantage. And what is the horses? Oh, yeah.
Oh no!
What's that? 28 damage.
Jesus.
What? Yeesh.
Poorly. Yeah, so it springs forward. It looks like this. Sort of a very short, kind of orcish dwarven creature that's like lunged out and sunk its blades into the side of the unicorn that lets out a whinny, and we are in combat. Another copy of this creature appears from another side of the island and rushes at
This is wild.
Karu, and pulls between its hands a garrote string and tries to slip it around your neck.
Ow. Rude.
19 to hit.
Yes.
19 slashing damage,
Ew.
and you are grappled and silenced, for whatever that works.
I think I'm
Paulie.
not a spellcaster.
I'm going to panache this Zarak down here.
Mhm.
So it's a insight check against my persuasion.
Okay. Insight.
Fuck me, 12.
18.
Well, I'm going to attack him with Talon.
Okay. So that's not an action to do. Is that a bonus action?
Yes, as an action.
Okay.
As
Yeah.
an action.
So the panache
Like a
is.
sword. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can still attack with my bonus action.
Yeah. Sure.
19 to hit.
19 hits. $20 damage.
I'm going to re-roll
Oh, yeah.
one of those D6s. Fucking 4 ones. That's rough. Alright, 22 damage.
22? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That bloodies him.
Mhm.
That's your turn?
Yeah, my turn.
Another one appears.
Oh my gosh.
Rushes to you, Sorn. And same thing, pulls a garrote wire out, slips it over, attempts to slip it over your throat. 27, I assume, hits.
Yep.
20 slashing damage, and you are also grappled and silenced.
Well then. 20 slashing damage.
That's right.
Jesus.
And you and Karu will take damage at the start of each of your turns, which is now for Karu. So Karu, you take 8 slashing damage at the start of your turn, as the garrote's kind of like pulling into you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you are grappled and you are silenced. You can use your action to attempt to break from the grapple, or of course you can do your regular attacks.
They're not at disadvantage or anything. I just can't move.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, you're not restrained. You're just grappled.
So just double checking. My Crimson Right doesn't say anything about it being vocal. So
That's fine.
I'm going to activate my Crimson Right on my...
Actually, sorry, just to stop you there. Sorry to ruin this for you. Because all of you are surprised, you actually don't get any actions or reactions this round.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
Um,
Good riddance to us.
Can't wait to take more damage.
so, Sorn, I'll get you to take... because your turn still goes, and you take 8 slashing damage.
Oh, dear God.
Zarak, the one that is bleeding because Paulie's attacked him, is going to... he's going to attack Paulie, I think.
Good. Attack me, not the unicorn.
A 21 to hit and an 11 to hit.
The 21 hits.
21. That's 17 piercing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
God damn it. He actually has that too, and I forgot to use it on him. I've come too far. He is going to take the disengage action as a bonus action, though, and try and kind of get... Where's he going to go?
Wait, didn't he attack me twice?
He has multi-attack as part of an action.
Rogie, okay, all good.
He's a little bit... He's like a rogue, but he's not quite, the exact same as you kind of thing. But he is going to slip away a little bit.
He won't get far.
The Zarak who's still on you, Karu, he's just going to keep trying to strangle you. And he's going to try and pull this garrote in tighter. 24 will hit. It's an extra 20 slashing damage.
Jesus, what the fuck?
Paulie.
I'm going to shoot the one that I bloodied with my pistol shrimp.
Sorry, would my gift of the metallic dragon help in this case? Because Haru is within 5 feet of me.
If you want to use your reaction now that you've had your surprise round,
so
yes.
it grants an AC bonus though. Like, would that help with the grapple?
Wouldn't have helped with that last one, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Because it was a 24 to hit.
8 to hit.
8 will not hit.
Alright, I'm going to go attack him with Talon. 20 to hit.
20 will hit.
$30 damage.
Uncanny dodge.
I'm actually going to re-roll one of those d6s because I can. So that's 32 damage now.
Okay.
16 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Fucking just murder him, okay? just no one attacks the unicorn. I'm actually very defensive of it, and no.
It's pretty.
Yes.
So you slide in with Talon, pierce him, and he sort of crumples into the, lands on his knees in the water, kind of looks up at you, and then he kind of grins, like blood trickling from his mouth, and then he collapses forward into the water, and you see him turn to smoke.
What a freak. Alright, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to stand in between everything and this unicorn.
Alright. Well, the other one that's grappled Sorn sees you take out this other version of himself. Because they all look identical.
Yeah.
He kind of narrows his eyes, and he's going to disengage, sort of release Sorn from this, and charge at the unicorn.
Motherfucker.
Because he's damaged me.
Not on this turn, he hasn't.
At the start of this turn, he did.
At the start of your turn, it would have been.
Of this round. I've taken 2 hits of damage. The first one when they attacked me, and then it's a new round because it was a surprise round, wasn't it?
So you took damage when he attacked you with the garrote, and then you took the damage at the start of your turn from being garroted.
So that was a while ago.
And that was during the surprise round. So during that round, you wouldn't have had reactions.
No reactions. Yeah, that's
now
fair
that
enough.
now after your turn, you started having reactions.
Yep.
But he has not attacked you since then. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But he's going
But does my sea mare get anything because it just has frightful presence at all times?
Isn't that a thing it has to activate?
No, I believe it's just the thing that's there.
I don't have it on the in Foundry, so I don't know.
I'm finding it here. No, I have to cast it. Oh, good. That's an action.
Well, it'll get
Yeah,
that
it happens
action
when I summon
on-
it, and it happens, or I
Yeah,
can
gotcha.
redo it. Yeah.
That's cool. All right, the more dagger attacks from our dear friend here. As he,
Can I use my rebuke the violent, which is when
yep,
something within 30 feet of me
he
takes
is within.
damage?
Yep. Yeah, he's within 30 feet of you. So he's I'll do the first attack then because it's on damage, is it?
Yeah, it is on damage.
But there's no sneak attackers there.
He doesn't have. He doesn't seem to have sneak attack here.
Good.
19 will hit. First instance of damage is 14 on the unicorn.
So it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
I actually don't know what the save is.
It'll be your spellcasting modifier, or your spellcasting. It'll be on your spellcasting tab.
Oh, yeah, so 14.
He rolled a
wisdoms.
15.
Damn it. Also, it still takes half as much damage, so that's 7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage. Cool. He can't uncanny dodge that, but he can make a second attack. And you see he's like going for the head. He is trying to sort of climb up and almost like cut at where the horn is on this creature. But completely whiffs it and kind of face plants into the water. Karu, start of your turn. Take 5 slashing damage.
Amazing. I'm going to try and hit this guy that's choking me with my cutlass. So, first swipe. 24
24 will definitely hit.
Nice.
for 11 slashing damage.
Yep.
And then I'll... Yep.
He's going to uncanny dodge.
No. Because now my second hit's not going to hit him at all. Okay, well, I'll swipe again. So what did I just say? I think that's all I can do, but I think Karu probably has some pretty wide, frantic eyes in Yama's general direction. Because he's also not looking very good very quickly. That's my turn.
That's your turn? Okay. On the unicorn's turn, a sort of shimmering light appears around the unicorn, and it disappears.
The unicorn disappears.
Mhm.
Nice.
Sawn. And you hear like the creature who was attacking it. It's just like, fuck! Fuck! And then he kind of turns to you and he's like, all right. Fuck you for interrupting me and doing what I need to get done. Sorry, Sawn, your turn.
So he said it to me.
Yeah.
Oh, there, I have murder in my eyes.
What a douche.
Yeah, I'm going to... Just gonna look at him. The one that attacked me. That was going for the unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna 3rd level mind spike him.
Oh.
Because he has to make a save, so I can still do things. And it's a DC 17 wisdom.
You are no longer silenced and no longer garroted either, so like that's fine. DC 17 wisdom. He fails.
Yeah, that is 15 psychic damage.
He can't uncanny dodge that. So you drive sort of a... what does your mind spike feel like to someone?
A burning, like you're being electrocuted from the inside of your brain.
And is this from your sorcerer set or your?
Oh no, it's from my warlock set,
Okay.
but they're sort of intertwining a little
Sure,
bit.
but there's a flavor of dreaming about it.
Yeah. Like you feel it slipping away, and then it starts to burn.
He seems bloodied by that.
All right, and then because my mare is out, I'm going to move back here a bit to reposition. Like I can't move the mare with me.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to ram him as I run past on the mare and cast ram, which is that, I believe.
14 to hit. Is that right?
14 to hit for 5 bludgeoning damage.
14 does not hit.
Okay, well, I would like to end up on the other side of him on the rams, like on the mare still.
Very cool.
And I believe that's...
I forgot to ask if Diana or Lot are doing anything.
yeah. All right.
Oh,
Lot will do it on
hasn't had a
Yama's turn.
because we were surprised.
Yeah, that's right.
And Diana
There's no way I'm not healing Karu.
is going to... wait, an attack. The only thing I can do with Diana is the cheer to add d6 to the damage I already did from the Mind Spike.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow
If
it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So slash roll 1d6.
Nice.
Sure.
That's another 4 damage.
Yeah. So she yells out. She's obviously in her horse form. She's still got your jacket on, but like with the butterfly wings poking out of it, just for I think she likes that backpack aesthetic.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's got the crystal unicorn horn poking out the top of her hair. She just yells out, "Yeah, get it!" And it just hurts him that little bit more.
Yeah, I like to think that like her yelling like hurts him a little bit. It's like that sharp, shrieking yell, and he's just like, "Ow!"
Yeah, you messed
So
with the
pushes that
Shadow
one.
King, bitch.
And then I want to move her. Actually, no, where she is pretty good. She's
Okay.
pretty safe where she is. Yep, and that's it.
All right, Yama.
Alright, Yama is freaking out that his friend has taken so many hits and he's just kind of been standing there so slow to move, so he has his sword out already, but he from another pocket just kind of throws some like herbs almost at this guy. And he's gonna cast sleep for the first time in his life. I'll cast it at 2nd level, so it's an extra 2d8, just in case. So, does he have less than 34 hit points?
He does.
Then he falls asleep.
Good, keep him asleep.
Yeah, so Yama is just like, get your hands off my friend, and like cast sleep on him and maybe gives him like, I don't know, a gentle shove to get him off Karu.
Yeah. So the garrote is sort of let go as he falls back and falls asleep on the ground.
And then Lot is going to cast some kind of heal. I think her spell for healing is still damage. Scorching ray.
Oh yeah. We can just roll that damage and
Okay. Oh, wait, I can't do the damage. 2d6. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a 5.
Thank you.
And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Alright. Zarak's asleep.
Yep.
Poorly. There's no saves for that, so he just stays asleep. Paulie, there is one conscious
Gonna
assassin.
murder him.
Oh, wait.
Gonna murder the fuck out of this guy.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot him with my pistol shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
First off. Natural 20, motherfuckers.
Oh, ho, ho.
Yes. Bow, 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 bow. Josh said he was
Oh.
working on his nat 20 and you stole it.
Give me all. I love rolling damage with like rogues when it comes to crits as well.
Well, that's so many dice.
It's insane.
That
thing
is so
to-
insane.
Best thing is too. I'm gonna re-roll just because I really want to. I'm gonna re-roll the D10, the first one.
Yep.
There's a 1.
Go to 10.
10, perfect. So that is in total.
So you have 5 sneak attack dice, so it becomes 10 sneak attack dice.
Yes.
Plus your piercer feat, you get an extra dice for critical damage. Holy crap.
That's just insane.
So that's a
Yeah.
plus 9 to the... So that's 50... That's 69 damage. Nice. Nice.
What the fuck?
He's not getting any death saves.
Uncanny dodge is not enough.
Can we just say that like the pistol shrimp like also is pissed off because it also loves unicorns, and so it like its ball, it kind of like does like a Kamehameha like charge up, and then just like doubles in size for this attack,
Like a
and then just
transformer that just gets extra moves like
Yes, yeah.
What's the apprentice in One Punch? The robot guy.
Yeah,
where he's-
Genos.
He just gets all the extra cannons out
That's
the
exactly
side.
yeah, and just literally just fucking explodes and cuts a gigantic hole. It's like a howitzer hitting a human. That's what I want to go for this one.
I don't know why it says it's a rerun. Strange. So you blast him with this, and it just like Kamehameha wave out from Kame House across the lake, and bowling it over like that.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Murdered. Great murdered. Yeah, that's it. Very, very happy. I'm gonna yell out to Yama, going like, "Keep that one alive. We need to interrogate him." And I'm gonna bring over some rope and then tie him up.
Yeah, don't you worry.
So same thing with there's sort of just half of him left, and he collapses to the ground and sort of turns into smoke and evaporates. You go over. He's unconscious. We're out of combat now. You've solved my assassin puzzle.
Thank fuck I wasn't surprised. I reckon the unicorn would have died.
And
Yeah, that looks like almost 30 points of damage in that first hit, right? That's
Yeah.
insane.
I took 30 points of damage in that first hit.
Yeah, well, you deserved it.
Yeah.
You're all dead to me.
Do we have any way? So that way, like, do we have any way to make sure this guy doesn't bamf out and turn into smoke?
So you tie him up. You take his knives and his garrote off him. You also find on his person is a some sort of potion.
Are the knives anything fancy?
They don't seem to be. They're sort of like they look cool, but they don't seem to be. You don't get any heat off them.
I'll pass the potion to Sawn and say, "Here, sniff this."
So the potion container, when you pick it up, it looks empty, but it feels as though there's liquid sloshing around inside it.
Well, can I keep the garrote actually?
Yep.
I'll dip my
Oh, yeah,
pinky
that's
into
a
the
cool
potion
assassin
container and do the whole...
Licky.
Yeah, the thing that everyone does. It's like, don't ingest anything that's harmful, but I need to know what this is, so I'm going to taste it on my pinky, the tiniest bit.
Yep. Give me an Arcana check.
Alright. On a 1, I die. I have to roll that again because that's an ability check.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
it's an ability check. I have
disadvantage.
to roll with disadvantage.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, 14.
On a 14, you notice when you dip your finger in, and then lick it, you're looking, and like that bit of your pinky that was dipped in, you can't see it anymore.
Ah, it's invisibility. I know this all too well.
Yeah. It's a potion of invisibility.
Cool. Well, I'll hold on to that. If anyone wants it, you know where it is.
Perfect, sounds good. Is our unicorn friend here still? Are you there? Are you okay? Are you alive?
She doesn't appear to be here.
Well, I guess we got all the information we can get from her.
For now, yeah.
Let's wake this guy up and perhaps we can detect his thoughts while we're questioning him, Sorn.
Yeah.
Yama can do that once a day without expending a spell slot if you want.
Yeah,
These
it's fine.
daggers.
I get spell slots back by sitting down for an hour.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna put
I'll
his 2
detect
daggers in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I have extra daggers.
Yeah, you can never have too many knives.
That's exactly it.
I've been re-listening to the first Law trilogy, and just one character is like, my father always said you could never have too many knives. Say one thing about Logan Nine Fingers. Say he's a cunt. Cool. All right. So you do you wait around? How long does sleep last?
Oh, sleep? Shit. It's 1 minute, so we don't have
I know how
long.
to. I know how to fix sleep. Don't worry. I didn't going to imagine we're like 15 seconds in. I'm just going to like kick him in the side of the head.
Yeah, that wakes him up.
Once he's tied up,
We
yep.
spray some water on his face.
I'm just going to kick him.
Okay.
His friend hurt me. I'm not happy.
I'm gonna put the pistol shrimp to his head, like to his temple.
Yeah. He comes awake, sort of lying on the ground, trussed up. And he's just like, oh, shit. And then kind of looks up, Loki style, and he's just like, huh. I didn't know unicorns could do that.
Sea Mare is also licking his hat.
Yeah.
And Yama's gonna cast Detect Thoughts with the Golden Samurai Helmet of Telepathy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a mouthful.
Yep. I just
Love it.
wanted to say
Love
it once.
I love it. No, say it every time.
Okay,
Say
I
it every
will.
time, please.
I
Yeah.
promise.
It doesn't work if you don't use its full title.
That's some straight anime shit right there. Okay.
You guys always, every time Yama's like got this like face on, like he's concentrating really hard, and he's
You
just
have to
like
do some kind of pose
Golden
too, like this
Samurai
one. You know what I mean?
Helmet. Yeah. Golden Samurai Helm of Telepathy. And then the guy wakes up. Sorry.
So describe to me what you get access to. Is surface level thoughts to begin with?
Yeah, it's surface level thoughts, and I'm allowed to guide those thoughts with questions.
Yeah. So
And I want to cast my Detect Thoughts at a higher level and push deeper, so he can't hide anything.
Cool.
So I'll cast that at 3rd level.
all right. What's the wisdom save for that? I assume.
Mine is a 17.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, mine is a 13.
Oh yeah. You can push into any thoughts you want because he rolled a natty one.
Nice. I know what he had for breakfast 3 weeks ago.
That's right.
How were those pancakes?
So let's do this sequentially here. So Yama, you turn on the helmet. You first get thoughts about. He's obviously concerned that he's like, oh shit, my hands are tied. Oh, I don't have my knives, and I don't have my potion. Fuck, Malev's gonna kill me. Well, these guys are. But okay, you can get out of this. You've been in worse scrapes than this. You just got to get out of here, find that unicorn, take its horn, and then we're good to go.
And Yama's like, who sent you?
And he says, I'm not telling you, but you hear in his head like, oh shit, Malev's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. And then
Malev?
yeah,
Oh god, I didn't hear this anyway. Sorry.
So
Yeah,
Sorn,
this-
I guess like Sorn, you're picking all this up too, because you've also
Yeah,
got the
I'll
spell active.
relay it to the rest of the party mentally.
telepathy, yes. Who is Malef?
His eyes kind of go wide, and then he's like, fuck, okay, don't think about it. And you feel in his thoughts, or I guess Sorn, because you've got like the inner thoughts that he's trying to hide, right? When he's like looking at each of you, he looks at you, Sorn, and I think in those deeper thoughts, you hear, oh, they've got one too.
Or
One of what?
Does Sorn relay to Paulie that he's saying like in his brain, don't think about it? There's a lot of thing there.
Oh no, he's only relaying important information.
Okay. I'm gonna click the gun, like the pistol shrimp, underneath his chin, and then try and persuade him to start talking. Just go like, look, mate.
I think that's an intimidation, not a persuasion.
Yeah, okay, good point. Intimidate. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, sorry, yeah, absolutely, it would be. But yes, I'm going to try and intimidate him with a gun.
Gives me with advantage because, the situation is in.
16.
16, yeah. And what do you ask him? Or you're just threatening in general?
Look, mate, you got about 10 seconds before little Shrimpy here likes to go off on his own. So before we go further in this, you better start talking. And that took me 5 seconds to say that.
He's like, okay, what do you want? Like, what do you want? What do you want to, I'll tell you, whatever you want to know.
3, 2.
What do you even want to know? I don't even know what you want.
We want to know about Maleth.
Do you say everything. Bang, or do you just blow his head off there, Paulie?
No. I move the gun to the side, right. Basically, it shoots right next to his ear.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, thunder damage, boom. He's like, okay, cool it. And he's like, Malev, how do you know that name? You know Malev?
You're aware that I read it in your mind, so now you know your thoughts are not safe and tell us everything you know.
And I know Malev because Malev has one of me too. And I look at everyone else and wink.
Shit.
In his mind, you hear like, that doesn't make sense. What the fuck? Who the fuck are these people? Out loud.
In his mind, do you want to die?
But out loud, he just said, "Look, I was sent here to get a unicorn's horn. Malev needs it to get a magic staff. Okay, I'm just here doing a job. Like I'm not getting paid enough to do this shit. So, it's fine. We're cool. We're good. We're all cool.
Can I insight check that shit?
Yeah.
See if he's on the level.
I mean, Yama and Sorn do definitely pick up. Sorn especially can kind of feed to you. I don't think you even need the insight. I mean, you check the insight to see if you pick up on it. But I think Sorn, like you definitely think that is sort of stream of conscious. It's he's not trying to be deceitful here. He's not in his mind. He doesn't seem to be stopping to craft a story here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the big problem is here, Mister. If we do let you go, are you going to try go for this unicorn again?
Look, I can't go back empty-handed, so I'm just gonna have to not go back at all.
Is that? And I'm gonna look to Sword and Yama.
In his mind, you hear him thinking, I'm probably gonna die either way, but I'd rather at least have a chance.
How about we give you a fake unicorn horn? That'll give you a chance.
In his mind, you hear like, would that work? No, because they need it to unseal the wizard.
The wizard?
Oh wait, who's Malev again? So who is this Malev?
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of trying to. Is this the Shadow Man?
How? Oh yeah. So, metagaming for a sec. How does Yama know about the Shadow Man?
Well, I have the Shadow Man in my notes. Let
From
me
last
double
session?
check. Yeah, from last session.
I think that was more
One
of
of-
a, like, I just described a cool thing, like a scene cutaway. I think your
No,
character saw
you.
that.
Oh, was it? Because you said that one of the pixies thought
Yeah, the
Sawn was
pixies
one of
thought
the
I was one of
Shadows
them.
men.
Oh, okay,
Who
yeah, sorry.
sends
yeah, no,
out
yes.
shadows to kill unicorns, and
Yes.
the Shadow King lives in the castle.
You're absolutely right.
That's
Yeah,
what I
you
thought.
have heard of the Shadow King, yes. And the
Yeah.
the Shadow
Yeah.
Man, yes.
So that's what
Yeah, I'm
Yama
the
wants to
Shadow
ask.
King.
Like, is Malef the Shadow Man?
Yeah, you, I guess, like, see almost like a picture of, what I described last week, that kind of figure on a throne with a shadowy cowl with kind of smoke and mist emanating out from it. That you get a very clear picture of what this guy looks like. And I think, if we go back and rethink about my like, he's probably rethinking the opening from my last session, which was something your characters didn't see, but conveniently now it's useful because your characters, or at least Yama and Sorn, certainly get a view out of it. A figure in black robes reclining on a gilded wooden throne with clawed feet, his hooded face shrouded by grey mists, eyes like burning coals peering out malevolently. And standing at his side is sort of a hulking figure in burnt black armor with a flaming sword.
Ooh.
And he says, so what was your question? Sorry, to pull us back.
Well, Yama asked if Malef was the Shadow Man, but I think there were a few other questions thrown out at the same time.
Yeah, so he says, yeah. Malev's, he's the guy in charge. He's running the show.
And where is Malef?
He's in the palace, in the throne room.
Which is to the north, south, east, west of here?
It's in the center of the domain. It's outside thither.
Ah.
Wait, how does Malef feel about Bavlorna?
Look, I think he's playing them all.
Because Bavlorna has a unicorn horn.
Okay, cool. Well, I don't need to bother you guys then, right? Like, I'll just go steal that. And we don't have to be enemies.
Would you introduce us to Malev? If Malev wants to go against Bavlorna, we could come to some kind of an accord, or we could just kill you.
I don't think Malev's going against Bavlorna in
I mean, if Malev
openly.
wants Bavlorna's unicorn horn,
he's sent me to get a unicorn horn. Like, if I show up without it, I'm a dead man.
yeah. Well, fair enough. You reckon you could kill Bavlorna?
I couldn't kill all of you. Could you kill Bavlorna?
That's a good point. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, we could if we wanted to.
Hikaru, how's your throat?
Yeah, he kind of just like maybe moves his hand away, and it's just like completely cut up. He doesn't say anything.
See, Zarak,
poor
this is a bit of a
Hikaru.
problem we've got here right now. We're not really a crew who believes that someone who's hurt one of us just gets left alone with the same kind of reprisal.
I'd take his pinky.
Do you say
I'm
that, or
gonna
do
hold-
you do it?
I do.
No, sorry.
gonna-
Sorn cut in there. Dylan cut in there. Was it Sorn saying something?
Yeah, Sorn is literally cutting his pinky off.
Okay, before that happens, because I'm just going to let you do that, Sorn pulls out a knife
Yes.
and moves to cut this guy's pinky off. What do
I'll
we think
summon
you do?
like my Stormlord's blade as a dagger. So like
So, yeah,
Chorus
I'm
is
slowing this down because I know some people
Yeah.
in the group feel certain ways about torture.
absolutely.
Yeah. No, Yama is...
I'm not going to torture. I'm going to just fucking put the garrot to his throat.
And I think Yama's going to cast like Calm Emotions on the group. One of his new special powers, and he's definitely reaching out to stop He's just like, okay, whoa, and reaches out to stop Sorn and his dagger.
Okay.
Which is hilarious. It's
you-
just Paulie and I
Are
ready to
you stopping
mutilate this
Sorn?
dude.
Are you stopping Sorn?
I'm stopping Sorn, and I think I'm too far to stop Captain Polly. But I am casting a burst of calm emotions.
Okay.
Is there a save against that?
Yeah, so I think there'd be a save, but also like we don't necessarily need to make this you are using magic to calm them, or like you can like use your aura, but also like this is a human interaction of, hey Sorn, how does Sorn feel about Yama telling him to chill?
Mm,
And you can roll the
Yeah.
save as well if you want.
someone will just like.
I just
I
want
don't
to
need to
like
roll a save.
you know you're all friends at the table here, so
Someone's just like holding the dagger, like holding the pinky. Looks at Yama. He's like, but I really want to.
But there are other ways, Sorn. We
I don't
have
think
his
there are.
thoughts. We just need to lead them.
Like this. And then Paulie's gonna murder him.
I just wanted to mutilate.
I'm gonna murder him. Okay, and that was my whole thing I was going for there. I'm gonna continue saying what I'm saying. So, you harmed one of our crew. There's no real way out for you. And then I'm going to put the garrote to his throat.
okay. So you're slowly putting that wire around his throat,
Yeah.
slowly pulling it.
There's no calming emotions for Paulie. I'm sorry.
Is there any opportunity
The
to
only
like
person,
make
the
a
only
move?
person who can stop me is Karu.
Yeah.
I think
Like, is-
you have to roll a charisma 14 check.
Yeah, I think
Oh, you're
if you're
gonna
not,
crush it.
if you're not stopping by words, it seems like
Yes.
Yama is casting a spell on you.
Yeah, okay, look, my thing is I'm only going to stop if Karu wants me to stop.
Well, like Karu would attempt to reach to grab Paulie's hand to
Then I'll
stop
stop.
him from doing it.
Okay.
Then I'll stop. Then I'll
Without
stop.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll
can't
stop.
talk.
Dramatic.
Yeah. Yeah, Karu just grabs your hand, I think, as you're like about to press it, and he just like pulls you back.
Yeah, and then Paulie just gets like whispers into this guy's ear and goes like, "You're lucky, you're lucky the crew's nicer than me." And then I'm gonna just stand back.
Yeah.
Maybe we all need to take a break. Karu obviously needs some healing. Perhaps we can take a spell. This man is not going anywhere. I can take first watch. Maybe it's not safe here. Maybe we can go elsewhere. But let's all have a breather.
I think we're pretty safe here. It's pretty hard to get in here. I don't even know. How the fuck did you get in here? We had to dress these two up as a fucking. I'm literally asking. Like, how did you get in here? We had to
That
dress
is so
these two up
true.
as a unicorn.
Yeah, how did you defeat the magic?
Yeah, he says, well, I saw you guys go in your crazy costumes, and we've been trying to get in here for a while and didn't know how.
Oh,
So I
they
kind
also
of just
dressed up like unicorns.
I just held a dagger on my forehead and figured why not give it a shot, and was able to push through.
That's so much better than our way.
I liked our way more. It was more. It was
Yeah,
more
you're
fun.
right. It was more fun. It was more us.
I mean, do we can have a conversation without him listening to us.
yeah, that's
if
it.
we need me to
can-
do something real quick. I'm not going to kill him.
I'm
Well,
loving Josh's
I mean, you
responses
can have
in the
mental
chat, by the way.
conversations.
Yeah, no, I just want to put. I've got an empty bag of holding, so I was just going to put it over his head and close it.
That'll kill him.
No, he has 10 minutes of air.
I feel like. All right. I feel like if you put a bag of holding over someone's head, technically his head is in another dimension.
That's
it's
a
almost
good
like
point.
decapitating him.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point.
There's
Maybe I won't
probably
do
no
that.
Oxygen.
More for it.
Now, they get 10 minutes of oxygen. You can put any creature into a bag of holding, and they get 10 minutes of oxygen. And up to however many creatures divided by 10. So one creature would get 10 minutes. But
What el-
yeah,
what
that's
else-
a good point. If I close it on his neck, it will just take his head.
What else do we want to know from him?
I just want his pinky.
No. What else do we want to know from him? And like Karu's like rasping this whole time while he's saying this. He's like, what do we want to know? What didn't he tell us?
Well, it is interesting to know more about the dynamics between him, or his master, and the hags, the three hags. It seems they stand apart and they're working on their own, the Shadow Men. Does everyone agree?
Mm-hmm.
There are too many factions in this place.
There are a lot of factions in this place. Even the Sealy Court is trying to have a hand in Prismia.
Can I just kill them all?
Do we think that Malef would aid us in defeating any or all of the hags?
Probably like everybody here, there probably needs to be some deal.
Some deal.
I'm gonna ask
Probably
straight up,
want
where is
something.
Mayliv?
Well, I asked and he said in the castle, which is outside of thither, in the middle of the realm.
Oh, in the actual palace?
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what he
palace.
said. Yeah, it was in the palace, in the throne room.
He's in the throne room. Okay. Sorry, my brain is out of it today.
You're on mute,
Okay.
Timmy.
If we're going to rest, we should definitely leave him tied up, and that way there's no one knowing we're coming for anything. There's no head start. I mean, I'm still all for murdering him, but if you guys don't want to do that, let's just keep him tied up while we have a rest.
Well, maybe the idea of going back to Bavalorna is not such a bad idea. Perhaps we could, well, I guess our Lamorna here would prefer to have the unicorn horn back rather than giving them to Malef, right?
That's correct.
I would rather do that than give it to
Melee.
an evil entity, yeah.
We
I
can't
think
go back to Babylona.
I think this is a dead-end route and we won't be able to use Malef to help us. Perhaps we just need to focus on the hags.
I agree. I think maybe... I mean, look. We probably should kill this guy. And I understand your hesitations for it.
Just look away. Polly and I can take care of this.
But this is not someone, this is not a good person we're saving. We're not saving... He harmed a unicorn and he harmed our friend.
And
I
he
don't-
harmed Sorn.
And he harmed Sorn.
And we also know that he has nowhere to turn to, nowhere to hide.
other than to go back for the unicorn or steal the one from Babylona, which we want.
Exactly.
We have none of the same none of the same motives, but a lot of the same end goals, like in what we need.
He needs to die.
He needs to die.
I think Karu actually maybe starts to walk away to rest, and he's like, guys, do what you want, but I don't think it's up to you to determine if he's a good or bad person.
I absolutely agree with Karu, and I also think perhaps setting him free would help our end goal. Perhaps he does die at the hands of Babylona. Perhaps she dies by his hands.
He couldn't even kill us. I don't think he's going to be able to kill Babylona. We also can't go back to Babylona without getting a picture, a painting of one of the other hags.
Ah, yes.
So we have to get a picture of the hag before we can go back to Babylona, which gives him a head start in getting to Babylona.
Yeah.
But I don't care if he gets to Babylona. What happens when he gets to Babylona? She kills him, right? So
And what if he gets the unicorn horn and then we don't get the unicorn horn?
I doubt he will.
and it
There's
might be
always
easier
a
to take it from
chance.
him.
Not if he gets it to Malev. These are all very slight chances, but it's still a chance that I'm not willing to take.
There's an old pirate's tale
Hmm.
of two ships, both with the exact same map, and they meet in a tavern. In that tavern, they talk about, well, no, we're going to get this ship, this treasure. No, we're going to get this treasure. Now, one of them leaves straight at dawn, when the tides can take them out. The other one's a bit hungover. Takes their time, plans it out. Who do you think got there first?
The one that lived.
The one that plans.
No, the one that snuck one of their crew members onto the ship, lit the fucking gunpowder, and exploded at the second they rode out at dawn.
Oh my god.
This isn't a fair world.
This
This is not a fair world. This is not something we do lightly, but we have the right morals and reasoning. I don't think we're sitting here doing this in a bad way. He is not a friend, he's a competitor.
And yet I cannot allow this man to die without the opportunity, giving him the opportunity to redeem himself.
Does he need his hands for redemption?
I think not.
I think so.
There must be some punishment.
Well, the punishment is that he has now isolated himself from his master, his friends, his allies, and has nowhere to go. I believe this is punishment enough, and we should let him live.
I don't see the reasoning or reckoning for letting him go. It's not punishment enough when he wants the same thing and he has a chance to take what we need.
I break a d20 roll.
I mean, if we take it to a vote,
It's equal.
Yeah, it's 2 against 2.
Yeah.
Three against two.
And actually, he's probably on our side too, so that's 2.5 versus 2.
he doesn't get to vote. He's not part of the crew.
That's why he's only 0.5.
The horse gets to vote too, then.
Well, Yama is going to maybe take a break and follow Karu for a moment, and I can lay on hands.
Yeah, let's rest. Let's rest, and we'll discuss this once we've all calmed our heads down.
Well, it's 9:48. Do we want to call it there? And we can take this, or you can ruminate how we're going to resolve this, and come in fresh at the start of next session.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And go from there. And you can consult. I mean, Josh also feels like he's part of the crew, so you might want to take a vote with the crew.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we can do that
We'll put
between
it to a
now
council.
and next session, and hopefully we'll be back next Monday, scheduling permitting. All right, so we
gets 25 hit points back.
Jesus, thank you.
so
That's huge.
the camera pans out away from this sort of misty island, out past the mists of this sort of trussed up assassin with a bag over his head. A heated discussion between the crew on should he live, should he die, is he, are we going to ask him more questions? Are we just going to, put a blindfold on him and tell him to walk? Are we going to give him a cigarette and a nice wall to stand in front of? As we pan out, we see the rest.
Idea.
We see the rest of the forest of Thither, and the sort of the greenery of the forest with patches of brown and black and decay, and we also see wings beating up in the skies, big leathery wings with a face that looks with sort of bright white eyes and a toothy grin, and it lets out a scream as we call it there for this week.
Wild.
Hell yeah.
All right. That's it for us. We're going to call it there. Thank you very much, Josh and Marcus in the chat, and everyone else who's been hanging out and ruining whilst whilst paying attention, I assume. And oh mate, natty 20.
Oh Jesus!
On the way out, hell's yeah. We'll have to resolve that next week for sure. But apart from that, we'll see you all later. Bye bye.